going on, everybody, man? You know, I go by the name of Hoop Jargon, man. We got a good show lined up for you. We got a very knowledgeable brother who's going to come up, and we're going to talk some shop. We're going to talk some game. We're going to talk about the NBA, all the things encompassing. And so without further ado, well, hit the like button first. Can I request that? Can we hit the like button first? Without further ado, let me bring up my guy up here. My man, Mr. Fantastic 824. What's up, my guy?
Yo, what's going with you, bro?
Man, nothing much, man. We got a good one on deck, man. So for those who don't know who you are, man, go on, tell me a little bit about yourself. You're on the channel already, but you know.
Hey, man. Shout out to Hoop to bring me on, man. Miss Fantastic 824. Aspiring YouTuber, whatnot, what have you, man. Lifetime Hooper. You know, we gonna talk it up today, man. We gonna chop it up on this basketball.
Yes, sir. And he say aspiring YouTube. He got way more subscribers. I mean, this dude got like 10K subscribers, but he being modest. But all right, man. Anyway, good to have you, Mr. Fantastic. So let's hop into subject matter number one. So we're gonna play a little bit of what's going on with the Draymond Green and Warriors situation, and then we're gonna comment from there. So without further ado, let's get it.
You've spoken to Rich Paul, who's Green's agent. Now that he's opted out, what did he tell you about their next step?
That Draymond Green wants to be back in Golden State. Certainly, just like that organization wants him back, and they'll work toward trying to get a new long-term deal with the Warriors. This is the only team he's ever played for. This is an organization he would love to have the opportunity to retire with, but it'll be a negotiation. And now that he has declined that player option, he can get out in free agency. There'll be teams with salary cap space, like the Detroit Pistons from his home state of Michigan, and then other teams who don't have salary cap space, mostly among contenders, who would love to have Draymond Green. They need to work a sign and trade with the Warriors, and you could go through teams like Dallas, Phoenix, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Miami Heat. There'll be no shortage of contenders who'd love to find a way to get Draymond Green, but I think there's ultimately a magnet between Draymond Green and the Warriors that'll keep them talking and it'll get them back toward trying to find him in the Bay Area.
All right, so as you see, you know, Woj, he always got the scoop, man. So what are your thoughts about what's going on with Draymond Green opting out, and how do you see the Warriors dealing with this going forward, fam? You hear me? Okay, Mr. Fantastic. I don't know. You got something going on. Oh, you mean the back chat? Let me see what's going on. Let me share the link. Come back. All right. Okay. All right, bet. All right, so I'll start with the take. And shout out to everybody in the building. We got JC the Conk in the building. Good to see you, bro. Draymond wants to be with LeBron, man. I hope not, bro. I hope not, man. Listen, I'm a Draymond Green fan. I'm a Lakers fan, but that's just too much of the same thing to me. I don't see that being a good thing. Cole on Sticks, man. Shout out to my boy T Cole. Y'all go sub up to my guy, man. He's doing it. Say what's up, Cliff. Good to see you, bro. And Stan Miles, channel member in the building. Good to see you, man. Thank you for being a channel member, sir. Dre wants a multi-year deal. Smart opt-out. Okay, so let's look at it from multiple angles. Do you think do I think there's a chance that Draymond wants to just leave the organization because he doesn't feel appreciated? I don't. I think he will. I think one thing I'll give credit to clutch sports athletes is they empower players. They empower players to control your own destiny, control your own narrative. Which, listen, man, and those are young black males. I'm good with that. Now, from the purity of basketball standpoint, sometimes I got issues with that because it kind of cheapens the value of the product a little bit. But overall, I got no issue with that. So I don't see Draymond deviating from the plan. I see Draymond want to leverage whatever juice he has left, to squeeze out of his proverbial toothpaste can, which is his body. He's going to do that. And so the way to do it is you leverage the situation, and by leveraging the situation, you opt out what you currently have, like you said, to get a multi-deal. Like Stan, you nailed it on the head. Now, will he leave? I think he will. I think Draymond is done with Jordan Poole. I think I think Draymond is in a stead right now where he knows he's at the end of the tunnel, and somebody can use him. Maybe in a lesser version. I mean, I always akin him to PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker has a career that's way longer than it probably should be because he has a skill set, which is playing defense, which is hitting corner threes, which is just playing basketball within the confines. I mean, we've seen how many games this dude ain't take a shot, right? But leading to championship basketball, and some people laughing like, "Oh, you didn't take a shot." Well, listen, you got Joel Embiid, you got Maxey, you got James Harden. They don't need you to shoot. They need you to do everything else. Shout out to Prime VA 757. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you. All right, so fantastic. He dropped down, but he's gonna jump back up. So we're gonna have his take on it too. But yeah, absolutely, man. Listen, man. The Golden State Warriors have a problem on their hands, and it's not Draymond Green, it's Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is like, he's in a situation that like you either get in or you get out. You're gonna get down or lay down. And what's happened is they gave him too much money too quick after winning that championship 2 years ago. I mean, a year ago rather. It was all good. But now, you start smelling yourself a little bit. You got that guaranteed money. Everybody told you how great you are. In what your third year, you won a championship. So now you got a little, too big for your britches, as the old school say. And now you got to rein this dude in. And listen, man, at the time, I didn't love the fact that Draymond punched him in the face. But as I kind of see Jordan Poole's antics going forward, he probably deserved that punch in the face a long time ago. If we're being honest, he enjoyed. I mean, he enjoyed. He earned that punch in the face a long time ago. So they got a culture problem they got to fix, and I really, really hope they figure that out because, listen, I'm a fan of good basketball. I'm a fan of good basketball, and I think that the Golden State Warriors have perfected that good basketball moniker by the way they go about business. Let me say that. Prime VA says, yeah, Tucker plays a role. I'm a longtime Philly fan. Yeah, man. Listen, man. PJ Tucker, I say it all the time. I played against him in college. We played against University of Texas. We got our faces beat in. And I give PJ a lot of credit, man. He just didn't have a lot of game like that to me. But I'm glad to see where he is now. Like, I mean, that just shows, man, if you dedicate your time and energy to your craft, anything can happen. JC also says, I love Draymond, just don't understand why he always on his LeBron wave. Yeah, I mean, he has a very interesting relationship with LeBron James, man. It's like 1 minute you hate him, and now he's your guy, and then he's beyond your guy, he your brother. Like it's a funny dynamic, but fantastic. What you got, bro?
Yeah, man. So the Draymond thing, bro. I saw this coming. Draymond wasn't gonna be able to stay there, dog. All the thing he did last year, and then the decline on his play, he's not the same. Who I can't think of the player that I could, I guess, compare it to equally, but you could see the just precipitous drop off of his ability to not only play defense and be effective, but even more importantly, like him hitting that corner three or top of the key 3-pointer is gone. He can't even do that anymore. That's over with. And that was very, very crucial part. You know what I'm saying? When you go and you look back in those championship years with Golden State. So him now being like not even a threat from three, even from that, low 30% range or whatnot, what have you, consistently, and all of his other antics is just not worth it, man. Because what did he get suspended in the playoffs this year? Right? He got suspended a game in the playoffs this year, I thought, or something like that. But just his antics, man, is just no longer worth the payoff anymore. And you can easily replace him. It would be a lot easier to put Wiggins in his position that he's playing now, and then get it more of a legit center, or because, yeah, man, again, Jokic in Denver, as long as they can keep that squad together, bro, they're unstoppable. So the answer is now they become what Golden State was.
That's an interesting take. I don't know if I would use the word unstoppable, but they are the standard in the NBA right now. That's for damn sure. And it's not only because Jokic and Murray, man, you see guys like Bruce Brown come off the bench, heavy good minutes. Your boy KCP, really good starter minutes. And slowly but surely, and here's the scary part, Michael Porter Jr. isn't where he needs to be yet. And I think he's going to be a way better player once his IQ catches up with his ability, because his IQ is terrible. So it's scary that they can even get better with the iteration they currently have. But go ahead. Yeah,
man. Like I said, you didn't even mention Aaron Gordon, man. Aaron Gordon finally found his place. Aaron Gordon finally found his place, man. The guy, they tried. He was they had him as the franchise guy in Orlando. It didn't work out, and they people started trying to write him off. and now he's finally found a home, man. And like you said, the defense he plays and the offense he gives, bro, crazy. So like you said, man, I just think, like you said, they are definitely the standard now. And the pieces they have, as long as they're able to keep that thing together, bro, that's going to be a hard team to beat. And like as you see, a lot of players are going to be willing to take, vet minimums and a lot of pay cuts in order to hop on that team, man, and be a part of that winning culture.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. So like I say, like you just lamented to, Golden State was the standard. The way that they built that team organically and they added the right pieces and that everybody plays selfless basketball. That's pretty much what the Nuggets have going. And these guys are young. Nikola Jokic is like what, 28, 29, something like that?
Yeah, nobody on that squad is 30 years old.
Yeah. Listen, Jeff Green's the only one who's like 36. DeAndre Jordan's like 33. But I mean, those guys are ancillary pieces. You can shore those pieces back up. So yeah, it's going to be scary going forward of how consistent they are building that team. Again, the organic way is the way. Everybody trying to load these teams up, but we're going to talk about a team trying to load up in a second. But yeah, man, ultimately these teams that go organically, and if you can break through the ceiling, you can stay at that ceiling. And we've seen Golden State do that for the better part of the last 7 years. So
yeah,
it is what it is. Shout out to Stan Miles again. Channel member says, I don't think you can easily replace him. He brings too much to the table. The antics are what they are, but he's still valuable to the team. Well, listen, man, on his face value, I agree with that sentiment. But like Fantastic laid out, one thing that is blaringly obvious is his lack of hitting the three-point. Now, the thing was, you couldn't sag off Draymond too much because he burned you up at that three-point line if you sag off too much. Obviously they're not trying to run, offense through him. But now it's like you ain't got to respect his three shot at all. It ain't
at all.
That takes a big dynamic away from that team, and that leads to you ultimately not being able to control ball games, and not to mention Klay Thompson just forgetting how to shoot. It looked like goddamn Space Jam out there. We know when they lost their powers.
Yeah, man. And it's age. Like I say, the age is catching up with them, man. Like I said, you gotta think that those guys have been at the top, like you said, since the first championship was 2016 or 2015. So yeah, man. So like I said, people forget like Father Time's undefeated, man. And Draymond just he wasn't incredibly athletic ever to begin with, and truly what he's a 6'8", 6'9" guy that was already playing undersized, and he's just really a flex dude. So yeah,
he's 6'7". He's 6'7".
So damn, wow, yeah.
6'6", 6'7". No, you're right. I mean, so again, he was spry of foot to be that size, and that's what gave him his advantage. But as you're getting older, your body just can't move like that no more. Shout out to Zero. My body don't move like that, so I'm a chill. Like, so he's basically getting away on reputation a little bit. And what you don't want to do is overpay value for reputation. You need the production to go with it. And I think Golden State understands that going forward. Now, again, how does that play out? I can't call it. But I think the other problem too, Fantastic, when you was down, I was talking about Jordan Poole, man. What's your opinion about the Jordan Poole dynamic?
You stick with him. Jordan Poole's upside and his ceiling, man, is incredibly high. So after all the money they put into him, I would definitely be willing to stick with him and give him that chance. I think that's the best option to replace for Steph, not Steph, but for Klay Thompson, man, for Steph. Him and Steph have that chemistry, and I think the problem, him and Steph was crazy mad, for what he did in the playoffs, that horrible shot, like the whole world was. I think Buddy had to hide out, a couple of days after that game. But yeah, man, I would definitely stay with Jordan Poole. There's no way I'm trading him away because I don't think you can get him. I don't think you get fair value from him as far as like a young up and coming guy that'd be available. SGA is not available. You know what I'm saying? And people like that of that kind, nobody's going to be willing to give up that type of player. And that's just what I'm saying.
Well, you know what? I think we part ways on this one. Well, let me say this: the Warriors going to figure out who they are going forward. Are you going to try to bring this nostalgic old guy faction back? Like what's that old movie with the old action heroes that came out like about 5-6 years ago?
Yeah, I know you're talking about with Sylvester Stallone and the. I can't think. Yeah, I know you're talking about the Dependables, the Expendables, I think the Expendables. Yeah.
So if you're gonna be the Expendables. Bring Dre, keep Klay, do what you need to do until the wheels literally fall off, or you're gonna have to have to have like a contingency plan. And I said this in 2020 before the draft. The Warriors' best thing would to be drafting LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball would have bridged the gap between that old faction and the young faction. And they still could have had Jordan Poole because Jordan Poole was a second-round draft pick. So since they didn't do that, they committed to James Wiseman, who got excommunicated within 2 years, which you never see from a number 2 overall draft pick. That never happens. So they fumbled the bag there. You can't go back in history. You got to deal with what you have, on your plate. So cool. Didn't happen. Going forward, though, they're going to figure out if they're going to implement Jordan Poole, you got to get rid of Clay. Or Clay got to come off the bench or something. Like, you got to really commit to Jordan Poole if you're going to commit to him. Now, me personally, I don't think I would because he's too much of a live wire. When I watch Jordan Poole play basketball, I see Jordan Clarkson. I see Jamal, God damn it, the one with all the handles. Everybody
Crawford.
Jamal Crawford. I see, it's another one I can't think of. Like Lou Williams. Those guys are very valuable, but you got to control them because they just have this game that is not conducive to team ball. So can you use them? Absolutely. But you got to use them in small bursts or like in controlled bursts, or you got to go all the way in on them. So Golden State have to figure out fundamentally who they are, because if they don't, you're going to have this guy who's going to be upset. And I'm sure he's becoming a pain in the ass. That's why Draymond stole off on his ass. So you're going to have to figure out how to make that work with what you have going forward. Stan says, yeah, his confidence is shot from 3. Yeah. Clay's done, man. I don't know what the hell happened to him. Does LaMelo play winning basketball? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, give LaMelo Ball some teammates. God sakes. You see what he's doing over there in Charlotte? Hey, man, LaMelo Ball hooping, bro. But go ahead, fam. What you got to say with that being mixed in?
Well, yeah, I agree with some of it, but like I just think I think Steph is one of the best leaders, and he's very, very underrated as a leader. And if he sits down and really, Steve Kerr also. So I'm pretty sure that being able to, if you can handle Draymond, you can definitely handle anybody. So that would be my answer to that. I think it's just the fact of the matter they can handle Draymond and get a reins on him. You could definitely do the same thing with a far highly talented Jordan Poole. That's just my thing on it. Yeah, and the LaMelo thing is crazy, man. Like you said, bro, LaMelo is probably one of the most up and coming guys that doesn't get talked about. Ja and Zion get a lot of talk, man. But LaMelo is bro. Like I say, I think he's overperforming. Nobody thought LaMelo was going to be this good.
Man, listen, man, and listen. I think it's revisionist history right now. Some people are like, oh, well, LaMelo's going to be good. No, we didn't actually, because if y'all remember things in context, LaMelo Ball went from being like the number 13th ranked in the nation to like off the list when he left high school and went over to Australia. People like, well, no, back up. When he went to Lithuania, that was his junior year when he left. They took him off all the boards. They just basically sullied this man, reputation, when you could clearly see he's gonna be the next one. So he went after that. He went to Spire Academy. Well, he went to Australia. No, Spire Academy. He came back stateside. Everybody was talking about Rocket Watts was gonna be better than him. He ain't the best player on his team. We all saw LaMelo Ball was head and shoulders the best kid on that team, right? Then he goes overseas to Australia. Only played about 11 games, but you can clearly see he was ready for the NBA. And he come in and wins what he win Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
Yeah, so LaMelo wins Rookie of the Year. Second year gets to the All-Star game. So this is the dude who wasn't ranked at all 3 years ago, 3 years previous. So I guess as a person who's been on LaMelo since inception, I saw the talent early. It's just kind of fun to see people come on board now and kind of marginalize his success. To your point, this kid's playing some real basketball, man. He just can't stay healthy. Unfortunately, it seems like none of the brothers can stay healthy. I don't know what you can attribute that to, but come on, man. Like, yeah, he's been playing good basketball, to answer your question, brother. Let's see. Slim says LaMelo going to be the best player in the league very soon. I hope so. I can't call it. That's a big.
Yeah, the best of the league is big.
I hope so. E Black says, "What up? Good to see you, E Black." Miss D, all right, you over there cutting up. Miss Diva, I can't control the notifications now. You need to go to my channel, hit the notification bell. I can't control that. But good to see you nonetheless. But fan, all right, so we're gonna switch topics. Good start off, good primer. And as we talked about pre-show, it's good to talk basketball with somebody who knows basketball. Because these discussions can get wild, man. And I just don't like to participate in them if I can help it.
Yeah, man.
So let's talk about, since we talking about Denver, man, let's talk about Mike Malone. Man, your boy's up there wilding, man. Any thoughts on Mike Malone's championship celebration?
Hey, man, he was like Sam Cooke. It's been a long time coming, but he knew that change was gonna come, man. Yeah, hey, people, hey, it's 2 times with people tell the truth, man. When they drunk and when they mad, and but he's been at it for a while, man. And it's a little while, but hey, man, you get that oil in you, man, and hey, you get super slick and smooth, baby. So hey, man, let him have his little moment, man.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, man, you only get a limited time to be an NBA champion, man. There was this moment. I didn't know his personality was like that. That boy had the chain on. He had the Lokes on with the hat. That boy had that Negro starter kit on, boy, to the teeth.
Hey, man, hey. I thought he was going to pull out some of that good old, that medical Mary Jane.
The stickiest of the icky. Real talk. I didn't know Coach Malone was like that. I did not know he was like that. So, but yeah, to the sentiment of what we're saying, like, I mean, I'm all for fun and games, but what's funny though? Your boy Steve Sarkisian, who's the head coach currently of my Texas Longhorns, he got fired from USC because he showed up on that oil to a pep rally one time. So I wonder how you delineate between when it's good and when it's not to be sauced up in public.
Well, I think it's just different from NBA level versus college level, 2 different things. Hey, it's all sports, but it's 2 totally different situations, right? And hey man, you're the NBA champ coach. The dude's been a coach his whole life. So you give him a little leeway, man. And we've seen crazier things. We've definitely seen crazier things than NBA championship celebrations. Crazier.
Right. Yeah. And I just, I have no malice. I'm not trying to witch hunt that man. It's just funny because I just did not see that coming from him. I know he always complains about the media. He complains about how the Nuggets don't get talked about enough. And that's going to be a complaint. He's going to die on that hill because there's just not a lot of general interest in the city of Denver in regards to basketball. So kudos to him for fighting a good fight for his players and for the fans and all that good stuff. But I did not know that was his personality, man. So like you say, when you're on that oil, when you're mad, man, the real gonna come out in the real
time.
All right. So you got anything else to add to that one, fan?
Nah, man. Yeah, just hey, man. Let him have his moment.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with that. And listen, man, y'all trip if y'all not hit that like button already. Y'all hit the like button, please. Y'all subscribe if you are new, man. Listen, man. We get hoop talk going on over here all the time. So if y'all like what's going on, I appreciate you being a part of the show. And also, I gotta say, if you really like what's going on, you can contribute to the channel. We got a contribution goal of 10. $1, $2 does not matter. It is all good in the hood. So if you like what's going on, do it. Mike Malone was Jada drunk. That's funny. And shout out to AC Picks. Says salute George. Salute back, brother. All right, so let's go on to the next part of the thing. We talked a lot about this pre-show. So the Phoenix Suns have made an acquisition of one Bradley Beal. Your thoughts, sir?
Hey, I don't think anybody saw this coming. But hey, we live in the super team era. And is not helping KD whatsoever. That he's on yet again another super team, not helping him. And he was, it was deemed that last year it wasn't successful. But yeah, man, I don't think this is a good trade because again, right now this doesn't answer the question to the people that just beat you. You know what I'm saying? So being that doesn't answer the question for that team, this acquisition of Bradley Beal doesn't give you the pieces you need to be a championship team. And when you have the caliber of players with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, that should be your goal.
Yeah, agreed. Well, a few things. I wonder how they make this work because, like you said, that's going to be very backcourt heavy. Who's going to be the point guard in this situation? I think that was a bigger issue to address, and we're going to talk about the big man aspect too. So yeah, it's just almost like too much of one certain thing. So obviously you got to put KD at the 4. So you're going to lose a little bit on the defensive aspect. I like KD at the 3. I think he's at the best when he's at 3. So I wonder how they're going to mix that in. Now maybe they'll have some situations where one player rests and the other two are going in tandem. We shall see. But yeah, it's very interesting how this works. And another part I want to talk about, Slim Hoop says Cameron Payne can play point guard. Yeah, I mean, I don't love Cameron Payne being my everyday point guard. I like him as a ancillary piece. I don't know if I love that. But let's talk about you know what, I want to put the cart before the horse. So do you think there's any way that they can deal with all three of those guys? I know you said you don't see it, but you see, like, hypothetically, there's any way they could make that work?
Well, no, of course you can definitely make it work. I mean, KD did that with Steph and Clay, right? The problem is that's not Steph and Clay. Bradley Beal is probably the least of most. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah. Sir Ty said, horrible deal. So why can't guys see you need a good, excellent wing defenders to compete for a championship? Yeah, and that's where I'm at on it. I think Phoenix, they got to commit to get some more glue guys. Glue guys definitely bridge talent. Look at Bruce Brown. He was a big piece of why Denver in those low periods were able to stay in games, because his defense, his ability to run the floor, his ability to make timely shots. He's a glue guy. Also, the other Brown, the white boy Brown, he did a really good job of shoring the gap up when the teams did not have, the team couldn't get none out of Murray. Murray maybe was just cold, or Jokic in foul trouble. And then we saw this later in the series that Brown came in and gave some very strong minutes. So, yeah, you need those
Defense
guys.
and hustle, like you said, man. He was getting on the floor, doing, like you said, that glue guy, that grinder mentality. And what I was going to say was Bradley Beal, man, is the least efficient out of those two. So again, I don't see how you mimic a Golden State situation. That's where you have very, very efficient shooters or whatever with Beal. Booker maybe, but Bradley Beal is just too streaky, and he's a volume guy. But again, not even knowing who the coach is going to be is I don't know how you make it work. Can you make it work? Of course you can, but without knowing the framework and the system and who's going to be at the helm, I right now I can't see it.
Yeah, well, so Frank Vogel comes in with championship experience, and before that iteration, having a lot of success with Indiana. So I don't not trust or believe in Frank Vogel. So maybe he comes in and, implements that, because he's big on defense, as we know. That's Frank Vogel's calling card. So maybe he, pitches to the Suns GM to bring in defensive-minded guys to shore the roster up. So I can't call it. It's very early. So I would think that that's what's going to go on if you bring in a guy like Frank Vogel to run the team. So as we go forward, I do want to say that. Let's see. So I saw an interesting comment on here that's on topic. KD. Mr. Albert says KD is not LeBron. He's one-dimensional. What do you mean by one-dimensional?
Yeah, what the hell do you mean by one-dimensional? What?
I gotta ask, man. You gotta tell me what you mean by one-dimensional, man. Now, you say he's getting older. I agree with that. But KD is like a Swiss Army knife, man. He can give you anything you want. So I don't know what you mean by one-dimensional, brother.
KD's he's a better scorer than LeBron. He's more efficient than LeBron.
Yes.
You can argue. Well, not even argue. Now he's a better defender than LeBron.
Yes.
He's extremely underrated as a help defender. One of the best help defenders in the league. Yes. If you give him a solid big man. So yeah, man. It sounds like a little LeBron, Bron sexuality going on right now, bro. That's a little crazy. But we talking 5 to 7 years back, LeBron maybe, but. Bro, the last 4 years, KD has clearly been the better player between the two, man. Like as a pure hooper. Not crapping on LeBron, not saying LeBron is trash or anything like that. One of the greatest of all time. But when we're being honest, bro, honestly, come on. And then, too, you got to think about hell. LeBron done had, major injuries, in the last 2 seasons or whatever, too. And KD was actually healthy because, just 2 playoffs ago, KD was on his own versus, Giannis, and almost on his own versus the Celtics.
Yeah, and he was a big foot away from going to
literally literally a toe away, man.
I hate to see it, man, because a guy like that putting on like that, like you said, James Harden was hurt. He had that hamstring injury, so he was out there as a decoy, basically, and he was out there damn near on his own. And KD was pulling up, man, and a toe on the line away from going to the finals, man. That's, I know that boy wake up in cold sweats about that shit, man. That's some wild stuff. He says he's not a point guard like LeBron. Well, brother, let me put you like this. And I say this, don't take it from me. Take it from Gilbert Arenas. I was on shout out to FYL Sports. I was on this panel last week, and Gilbert Arenas came in on the thing. We talked about what scores are, and KD is what you call a 4-level scorer. He can score under the rim, he can score in the post, he can score at the mid range, he can score at the 3-point line. That's not one dimensional, my friend.
Yeah, 4 level. Thank you, Coop. Not 3 level, 4 level. And that too. Listen, one of the things where I think people don't understand or realize when what Golden State did for KD is develop his post game. Bro, that elbow to below post game, once he got to Golden State, unstoppable, bro. Oh my God. It's just one of the most immaculate post games, bro. When you look at it from like a front court player, crazy, bro. So yeah, I don't know what people be talking about when they be saying a lot of these crazy things, man.
Yeah, man, because listen, and no disrespect, Mr. Albert, a one-dimensional player would be somebody like Rip Hamilton, where you come off curls, and that's pretty much your game. Or like a Duncan Robinson kind of guy. Or even, you know what, those are the highest level of one-dimensional players. Let's say a person like Robert Horry. Robert Horry is a one-dimensional player. Probably the best one that ever lived. So when you say because he's not a point guard, everybody doesn't have to be a point guard. That's not the prerequisite. You don't have to be a point guard. You have to be efficient and proficient at what you do. And Kevin Durant, like we just said, been a 4-level scorer. Nothing one-dimensional about that, my brother. eBay says LeBron playing 88. Shout out to the NBA 2K fans out there if you don't get that reference point. Yeah, 88 is like a fringe good guy. So, listen, I don't disagree with that. All you talking about is scoring. You prove my point. No, we actually talked about him being a good help defender too, brother. So
no, we mentioned defense again. KD has actually did solid on ball. We talking help side. We talking actual on ball solid defense, and then help side again. He's elite. He's proven that. So again, on ball defense, he's solid. But then as a help defender, he's definitely on the fringes of elite level, bro. Look at his numbers again at post OKC.
Yeah, and check this out. So it's funny you mentioned defense. This list is from last year of defensive rating of players. You see Russell Westbrook and LeBron James tied at 439. This was like with 10 games left in the season. Defense was poor. Not even poor. Look at the company you keep with your defense. So I don't want to hear nothing about no goddamn Kevin Durant.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah,
don't give LeBron James credit for playing defense. Hell no. Hell no. To the now. Shout out to rest in peace to Mr. Bullwinkle, man.
Mr. Bullwinkle. And like I said, man, it's a little Bron sexuality going on, man. You know, y'all Bron fans, you can't say nothing bad about LeBron, but hey, man, we hate to break it to you, man. Hey, man, Father Time is still undefeated, bro. Okay, nobody is a 99 for life in basketball or in any sport, bro. It just don't happen.
So KD was great. He wouldn't need something. Stop it, bro. I'm not entertaining that shit no more. Dog, have you not followed LeBron James' career? Like all-star players he's had, forcing AD out of
the most.
What we talking about, man? I'm gonna let you rock
Hall
out.
of Famers. LeBron. I think people actually put that together. I think LeBron James is played with the most Hall of Fame caliber players, like ever of all time.
Like what we talking about, man? Like I'm gonna let you rock out in the comment section, man. I ain't highlighting no more of your comments, bro. Unless you start talking sense. KD had a suspect postseason. Some folks in prison at the moment. Well, listen, man, and he did. Like I'm not gonna shy away from that. But what I told people, your expectations are bad. They made that trade that late. KD did not play with their unit. I think they played 10 games together total. You're not
something like that.
Chris Paul getting hurt, you're not gonna get good results. It's the thing called continuity. If you don't have continuity, I don't give a shit if you got the West All-Stars up there. You play against a team that knows who they are, they play within themselves, you're going to lose because you don't know where somebody is. It's not always about talent. The Lakers had talent, but at the end of the day, you got to execute. You got to know who you are. People got to know their spots, and you got to let the talent, you got to let the talent run through the system. And
Hoop, just real quick, man, again, bro, you know what? Basketball is a lot like boxing. You know how to say styles make fights? The reason why, let's lose Golden State and Sacramento. The reason why that series went so well and it was so exciting, that was probably the best series of the playoffs, is because you had a head coach that was usually, you know what I'm saying, that had the style and the system of the other team that he's playing against. So he knew them very, very well. And they had the personnel to actually match up with them probably the best and give you a really good fight. So yeah, man, basketball is really similar to boxing, as to where, like, hey man, is your style of basketball going to be able to overpower the other team's style of basketball?
Absolutely. Just like how a guy like Tyson Fury can go beat the hell out of DeAndre Wilder, right? Excuse me. Styles matter. So when you attack, you know what? Him beating up DeAndre Wilder looked just like Jokic, what he does to everybody in the NBA. Not the most fancy looking strategy, not the most physically imposing.
Yeah, not the best body, none of that. But he for
Right,
give you
right.
all them hands. For
But he
give
gonna
you
give you everything
nothing
you
but
want.
hands.
He gonna give you hands on top of hands. And that's just what it is. So basketball the same way, man. Like I hate when people box score watch, because when you box score watch, you make a deduction from the game that has nothing to do with the game actually was. When you actually look at how the styles clash and how people counter and how people come with different approaches, then you understand how beautiful basketball is, because it's a culmination of a punch and a counter punch. You show me this, I'm gonna show that. I'm gonna show this and see how you respond. Case in point, you saw that Miami, the Lakers started bringing in Tristan Thompson, and that started yielding results against the Nuggets, right? Tristan Thompson ain't touched the court at all, but he brings a different element of interior defense. Now, Lakers just couldn't finish the game off, but that was a great strategic move by Darvin Ham. Mike Malone putting your boy Brown, white boy Brown, later in the series because they needed someone else to basically get those hustle plays and knock down open threes. And Brown came in and did that. So it's always a thing of, well, also DeAndre Jordan. He ain't played the whole series, but game 5, you put him in when Jokic got in foul trouble. He gave you good minutes. He prevented Miami from running wild with Jokic on the bench. Those little idiosyncrasies matter. That leads to you winning the series. So I like the fact that I like when people actually watch the game, and then we can actually talk to the minutia instead of like look at the box score. Oh well, DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
played 3
box
minutes
scores and analytics. Yeah.
No, that's not what happened. Go ahead. Slim said, I'm guilty of box score watching. Yeah, man. We all are in some capacity, but I try not to ever lean too hard on that, because that does not tell you what happened in the game, man. Because you will walk over, you'll gloss over very important key points that can, man, old school told me a long time ago, basketball is a game of runs. So if you gloss over those little nexus points of where a run starts, where a run ends, and just look at the box score, you missed all that. You missed all that. Shout out to Andrew. Good to see you, brother. Say we walking into counterpunch and give me Floyd and Andre Ward. Hey, there you go. Hey, listen to Slim, man. Slim, that's a smart man. Who we gotta get a football fantasy league. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I'm on you. Shout out to my guy Between Game Sports. My real life high school teammate says, "Yo, in the building, hate not getting notification." Yeah, man. YouTube hating on me, bro. I don't know what it is. Denver had offensive threats like Reggie Jackson. Yes, and they could have used him if they needed him. Yes, absolutely. And shout out to Justin Singleton, the Hoop Jargon member on the Facebook side. He says T-Mac said it best. Simple is better. Sure, flash is good, but the step backs and such players play simple like Jokic oftentimes win the most. Yes, and it's ugly. It's not going to make for good highlights, but guess what? It's going to add to them dubs. Like Cam Newton say, eat them dubs. Just saying.
Well, yeah, Hoop. And I'm glad that, shout out to the brother that made that comment. Listen, man, this is why Euro basketball is becoming, or international basketball, man, is becoming the kings of the NBA, man. This AAU trend is getting really, really bad. Kids are more focused on the flash and the step backs and the crazy crossovers. But these Euro kids, man, are, Wembanyama are literally about to, if this kid turns out to be what he should be, if he is what he is on paper in real life, bro, I don't know what the future looks like for African Americans at that, being the head of, basketball, bro. Like 10 years from now, I don't know what we're gonna see. But these international players, bro, you gotta think about it right now. Out of the top 5 players, you got 4 of them that are international guys. Okay, it's only one American and Black American dude in the mix. So we got to start getting back to these fundamentals, man, like you said, and really, really focusing on learning the game versus just making the game look good.
Straight up. And listen, and so for the viewing audience, we're gonna look at a little bit of Victor Wembanyama, man. This kid is amazing, man. I did a stream almost 7 months ago about Victor Wembanyama, and I said that his increase from when I saw him play 2 years ago to last year, huge. We saw when he played against Chet Holmgren the first time, very light in the ass, getting moved around, and we watched him play last year in the international games. Victor was having his way with Chet Holmgren, and Chet Holmgren ain't no slouch. He's a good, skilled 7-footer. And when I saw what I saw from last year out of Victor Wembanyama, I knew he's gonna be the truth. So we're gonna look at where he's come to now going forward. Shout out to Rap God, man. He says, "We'll love about hoop. He don't create false narratives at all, man. Listen, man. I call it like I see it. Whether it's a play I like or not, I'm gonna call it how I see it. It may not be popular at the time, but my takes age pretty well. They just do. The fundamentals always win. That's why Princeton. Listen. All right, I got a quick story. My junior year of college, we played against in the University of Louisville. It was a round robin tournament. So we played Louisville first. We lost by like 20, 25. It was a good game for us. I had a good game. I think I had like 8-8 or some shit like that. The next day we played against the Richmond Spiders. And so we played good against Louisville, so much so we went to like Chili's that night and ate at the restaurant or Applebee's or someplace like that. Back then, shit, Applebee's like a 5-star restaurant when you're a college kid. But we went in there, the people, because the fans, they literally left the game and went there too. They was like, man, you guys played so hard, man. You guys were like they kept complimenting us on how well we played, being a smaller school. So I remember that. So, that shit kind of, pumped our head up. The next day we played against the Richmond Spiders, dude. We had like a 15-point lead on them, and they just started back cutting us to death. I remember in that game, I fouled out I had 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 fouls. Because they kept backdooring me, and I kept fouling on the back door, dog. Because that's the only team that we had run that Princeton offense, the entire team, the entire league. I'm sorry, the entire year, rather. And once they got into their shit, they started running their shit and back cutting us to death. We had no answer for that. So, yeah, to your point about the fundamentals in that Princeton offense, listen, man, it's hard to defend because nobody else really runs that. So when somebody does run that, it takes away from how you normally defend. Your off-ball perception has to be on point, and you have to be extremely disciplined. If you used to guard man-to-man, it's totally different, man. You got to always respect the back cut. But go ahead, bro.
Oh no, yeah, man. Like you said, yeah, it's just knowing that, bro. Like you said, simple basketball, bro. That's the most deadliest basketball. A team that plays together, a team more so than a, outstanding one single player. That's the most deadly combination ever, bro. And this will be the hardest to beat because, again, like I said, it's a lot easier to guard one person versus guard 5.
Absolutely. There you go. Encapsulated perfectly. Y'all hit that like button. I see we are 21 deep. Appreciate y'all being a part of this hoop discussion, man. That's why I like fan, and we talked about this off camera, man. Talking basketball, people who understand basketball. It's always a beautiful thing. Let's see. Make an all-star game, America versus world, please. I wouldn't mind seeing that, actually. It's not AU. It's so-called players and coaches who are doing poor. Yes, absolutely. And Will actually trains in real life, so I'll listen to Will over anybody. Absolutely. Slim says, okay, I get fundamentals are right, but what about creativity? Well, it's cooked in the sauce, but if all you have is creativity and you don't have a base, then you're going to get a mixed bag of nuts for sure. Fundamentals are boring. Yeah, they're boring. You know what? They're effective. I said, we'll be at the legit at the watch for you. Holla. Yep. Shout out to King Lowe's. Good to see you, bro. Let's see. The best experience creative system. Yep, there you go. Bingo. You guys on point. I'm going to come back to the comments. Again, if you really like what's going on, hit the like button. If you really, really like it, hit the subscribe button. If you really, really, really like it, listen, man, Super Chat, Cash App is down there available. I ain't going to stop you. I won't stand in the way. I ain't going to block your blessing. Let's get it. Let's look at a little bit of these highlights. And, fan, I want your opinion on what you think, what you see out of Victor Wembanyama.
Of the game, they're able to do certain things as you see him right there on the rock with his step back. His skill set is.
So now one thing I hate is the dribble, step back 3. I hate that. But look at him instinctively follow his shot off rip. I love that. What you think of that? Are you still on, fan? Or you might be doing something. Yeah, so a lot of kids will sit there and settle for that three and sit there and pose. You remember like on Love
Yep,
the Basketball?
exactly. Follow your shot. I don't even hear people teach that no more, man. Follow your shot. And when you're 7'6" with athleticism, bro, they're gonna have to put a body on him every time.
Absolutely. And as a jumper, man, when I played, I hated people who put a body on me. And I remember, and I keep the story brief. When I was in junior college, I played against a school called Eastfield College, really good school. And they had a dude on me. This dude's whole job was to keep me off the rim because I was one of them catch the ball off the rim and dunk back guys, like put back dunk guys. This dude, the entire game, he face guarded me because I ain't had no handles. So it was no point to face guard me because I ain't got no handles. But he face guarded me the entire game. He boxed me out the entire game. So you could tell coach said, like, don't worry about nothing else nobody doing. You take Franks out the game. And that's what he did. And I was so frustrated because I was definitely a follow my shot kind of guy. And I probably had like 4 points, 2 rebounds that game. I had a horrible game. When I averaged, to give you context, that year I averaged by 15 and 13 in JUCO. So I was so frustrated. So you're absolutely right. The way you take that away is you got to commit to boxing guys out like that because they got a nose for the rim. And if you take that element away, you probably easily take 10 points off their final score total. All right, so let's look at it a little more.
Wow, see what I mean?
My.
That's just amazing because of their skill set. They understand the game. They just don't go out and just
Look at that, man.
Play the game. They understand the game, and they have systems implemented that allows them to get their skill set up. But see, look at that. They also help the
own three. That's crazy.
7+.
And for those who can't see that, that's Robert Ory talking. So Robert Ory is telling you they're good games. I think I trust Robert Ory's opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not calling timeout. 10 seconds left. Gotta go. Tremont Waters to the hoop, lays it up. No, the follow. No.
There you go. Following the shot. Look at athleticism, though, fan. What you think about that?
Yeah, that's the craziest part. The athleticism at that size, I don't think, that's rare to come by. Because usually, like, this is usually Jokic, right? You know what I'm saying? Outside of, like, your Jokic's, your prime Shaqs, and, I think maybe a young DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard. Most big men aren't incredibly athletic. Like, Embiid. Embiid is very, very skillful, but he's not extremely athletic, right? But this kid, man, 7'6", and I don't even know if they've done his vertical, but I like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be amazed if he's not one of these people that could, if he really tried to, if he wanted to, he could touch the top of the backboard. Like, yeah, bro, that's literally going to be unstoppable. If he stays healthy with his skill set, and he has a skill set plus the athleticism, man, this is going to be a once in a lifetime player.
Yeah, if you can just stay healthy, yep, I agree. I totally agree, man. The Spurs have hit the lottery literally. So, yeah, let's keep it rolling.
Wembanyama with the putback.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
That doesn't quite go for Tremont Waters against his buddy Wemby. There's that handle.
Look at that.
Oh my!
I got to stop it on each one because 7'4" with handles like that and the ability to get to the cup. Your thoughts?
Yeah, man. Like I say, that's a foot for him. Like one of his feet inside of the free throw line, and you're dunking with 2 hands. Like, yeah, man, that's gonna be incredibly hard on defenses to defend. Like just even off the pick and roll, he can obviously shoot, but like you said, man, him rolling hard to the basket, who's stopping him? You know what I'm saying? Who's stopping him from hitting the shot or the and one or at least a foul? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this is scary. This is literally like, you know what I'm saying, you're a creative player. I don't even think you have an option of that. What's the highest you can go in feet on 2K? I don't think you can go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's almost like when to make another 2K reference, when Steph Curry broke the game, I think he was the first player with a 99-3. And they had this thing like in 2017, it was like unguardable range. And so that is the thing with Steph Curry, like it was impossible to miss a 3, no matter how deep you shot it. And this is kind of like that league, that game-breaking attribute from him being 7'4" with all these skills and abilities, man. Shit.
Yeah, my son just told me the limit on 2K, bro, is 7'3". So this dude is not even. He's literally crazier than a creative player. Okay.
Hey, it is what it is. Let's keep it rolling.
Bye.
Whew. Highlight, and here it is again.
And that's impressive because he crab dribbled out of the. So they tried to triple team him. He crab dribbled out of it. Well, retreat dribbled out of it. Let me say, readjusted and then attacked the middle right back. That's crazy.
Ready?
What do you think?
Yeah, he's right, but he's real. He break down. He's real. I promise you, man. I promise you're not getting this nowhere else.
Domination.
All right, now come on. Wow, they hit me with 2 15-second commercials. Shout out to YouTube.
Yeah, man. YouTube finna make all that money off you, bro.
They like, nah, you ain't making all the bread by yourself, homie. I ain't mad at it. All right, so let's check out a few more, and then we'll get back to what we're doing. That's just
the I mean, obviously he's going up against Wembanyama looking for his first bucket of the second half.
Who catches alley-oop? I gotta stop it. Who catches alley-oop like that? A back post, straight alley-oop. Like I don't see Shaq catching stuff like that, bro. All right, I seen that frozen up a little bit. Man, why does it always do this when I use YouTube? I'm sorry, y'all, if you can't hear me. My StreamYard is frozen a little bit. Are we back? Oh, let me see if can people hear me. Can you guys hear me?
I don't know if they can hear you in the chat, but YouTube not YouTube, but StreamYard been finicky, man. The last couple of days, it's been crazy. It's been a little off. I don't know what's up with it.
Okay, yeah. Well, I hear you perfectly fine. So, okay, well, let me take this shit off because this is messing the flow up. All right, so shout out to SKC, another channel member, and also the curator of my intro video. Shout out to my guy SKC. So as we were just saying, I don't know if you said something, I couldn't hear you about that back post into an instant alley-oop, which you never see. Thoughts?
Yeah, bro. Like I said, that's almost undefendable. I don't know. Like I said, shout out to SKC too, man. I got my intro and production, man. Shout out to SKC, man, looking out for the brothers, man, black men helping black men. But I don't know, man. Like I said, this is somebody you have to double in the post.
Yes.
I just don't. You know what I'm saying? We've seen people try it, right? With Jokic, but I don't know. Do you just let him live and get his points as a la Shaq back in Shaq's prime? You just sacrifice it, or because other than that, man, I really don't. I don't understand how you have an answer for this kid. I just don't. This is something you're really going to have to go. You're a defensive specialist of your coach. You know what I'm saying? If you have your assistant coach that's a defensive specialist, or if you're a defensive minded coach, it's going to keep you up late at night, man. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, it will, because he has a unique skill set. So to Rap God's comment, I don't agree, man. Sean Bradley could catch and finish every blue moon. He wasn't a good finisher.
Yeah, what? You say Sean Bradley? Come on, man. Yeah, did he watch Sean Bradley?
Sean Bradley couldn't put the ball on the floor at all.
Yeah, Sean Bradley was just a body, man. He's one of those guys, like, he's a very, very tall guy. Let's give him an NBA contract. And hey, man, shout out to him, man. I heard he was in a tragic motorcycle accident or something, and I think he's, paralyzed. So, man, shout out to him. No disrespect. But yeah, man. Yeah, come on, man. Y'all be going too far.
Yeah, I can't see Sean Bradley, bro. Maybe in stature, I'll meet you there. But as far as the actual game, I don't know.
Not even though, because like, hey, man, this dude is impressive. Like, from physiologically, this dude got a 12-pack. Seen this dude with his shirt off? He's cut.
Oh, I know.
And like I said, he hadn't even started. Yeah, bro. From a body size, like, bro, if you put 10 pounds on this guy, man, he's already. People don't understand. Like, let's look at Giannis now. Giannis now is like, physiologically, bro, elite. The epitome of what you want to be as an athlete, right? Body wise.
Yeah.
Bro, Giannis started out as a beanpole, no definition, no muscle, no nothing. Bro, if you see Wembanyama with it shirt off pic, man, no pause, no, saying none, no, don't try to make it funny. But this kid, man, he's already, from a physiological standpoint, for his size, bro, he's tracking well beyond where he should be.
Okay, I'll accept that. Justin Singleton says, I feel like the last big man with a build and movement was Ralph Sampson, but unfortunately derailed by injury. Hopefully Wemby won't have bad luck like that. Yeah, history says big men who have that dexterity, you're probably going to get hurt. I hope not either. But one guy I was high on, and to Ryan's point, was Kristaps Porzingis. I saw him play he played in the ACB league in Spain, and that's the league. If you see a guy in the ACB league in Spain kill, they will do well in the NBA. Ricky Rubio, your boy Serge Ibaka, Luka Doncic, and Porzingis before he got hurt. You play good in the ACB league, you're fine coming over here to the NBA. So yeah, Luis Scola. That's just a good league. That's the league where you go over there, Jose Garbajosa, you kind of in and out, but those dudes generally pan out. So so Porzingis was like that. Yes, agreed. Not as athletic, but something like athletic, but similar games, just a little less dexterity. So the difference is Wembanyama is like an inch taller, and he has a lot more. Like I say, he has more dexterity with his game. Porzingis was a lot more stiff, but pretty similar overall. Zen Master says, shout out to Zen Master. You guys go sub up to him, man. Great basketball mind over there as well. He says, I'm attacking him on ball every single time. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to crowd him if it's me coaching against him. I'm going to crowd his ass. I'm not going to let him just play in space. His length is the greatest asset, his greatest weakness. Yeah. So if you crowd him, you can go against that. Okay, you guys saying Ralph Sampson, cool. Said Luis Scola was still playing ball in his 40s. Didn't know that. Yeah, but I believe it. He's always been an under rim guy, so you can be under rim guy forever. Just keep playing smart. You're good. All right, so going forward, now, fan, I don't know how much time you got. Let me know. I don't want to infringe. I know usually it's about an hour.
Yeah, I got you for like 15 more minutes. I got to start getting ready to go to this plantation, unfortunately.
All right, I got you. Hey, man, got to pay the bills. All right, so let's land the plane here. So as we seen what's going on, we talked about Draymond Green. We talked about Bradley Beal. We talked about the situation with the Phoenix Suns. What do you see, since we are both Lakers fans, what happens with our Lakers? What do we do going forward?
Oh, man. Well, they already said they're not going to be doing any major moves this summer, and I'm with them. At this point, I would say, to be honest with you, LeBron's not getting another championship, bro. Not just with the Lakers, not with anyone. Unless he hops on Denver, or he hops on, whoever the next couple of, championship winning teams is, bro. With him being the head guy, that's not happening. He served his purpose. He did get the one, the bubble, whatever. But as far as the franchise, man, I think we need to get as much as we can get for Anthony Davis and or everybody else as possible. Because I think we out of draft picks up until 26, right? 2026 or something like that, I think.
Forever.
Yeah, so for that deal. So me personally, man, hey, LeBron, if a team has what's the name for LeBron or whatever, hey, we won a championship within the last 5 years, and so on and so forth. Hey, you used to get one at least every decade or whatever. Hey, you got your one for the decade, man. Get something back in value, because Anthony Davis, and shout out to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis received a lot of blame that wasn't due him. Anthony Davis played phenomenal defense and played phenomenally, and he was the best defensive player in the playoffs, not just the series or whatever. He was the best defensive player in the playoffs. And he played great against Jokic, and people were still trying to blame him. It's just that, bro, he's playing against a better guy and a better team. So I say, sell on Anthony Davis while he's still high, while he still has, great upside value. Yeah. Get as much back you can get for him. And, LeBron's going to be LeBron. And I think LeBron tries to force a trade to get up out of there and go wherever he feels like his son's going to be next year. Because I don't want LeBron to be here next year or after next season and us fucking draft Bronny because LeBron's there. Because it's already written on the wall. Wherever LeBron is, after Bronny's freshman season, Bronny will be there. And I don't feel like wasting a draft pick. And there's no disrespect to Bronny, man. Shout out to Bronny. He's a young fella. But again, man, he is not a draftable first or second round player at this point, bro. Unless he just does something miraculous, extremely miraculous in college. And even then, he's not even the top two options on the team at is it USC or UCLA? I think it's USC, right? I think he's going to UFC.
I'm gonna try to catch
either
a few
way,
games.
yeah, man.
I'm gonna try to catch a few games.
Got to get up out of there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. I watched Bronny play his freshman year. Was not impressed. I watched Zaire Wade play. That's Wade's older kid. Was not impressed. I mean, listen, man. Everybody can't be the descendant of greatness. We seen Jeffrey Jordan and Marcus Jordan. Marcus was actually nice, but he didn't make the NBA. Jeffrey Jordan, a walk-on kid. So, I mean, listen, I got no bias nowhere. I just call it like I see it. And, everybody can't be a great player. Everybody can't be the next coming, man. It's rare. So that's why I give LeVar Ball a lot of credit that you created two top three draft picks, top two draft picks. Listen, I ain't seen nobody else do it. That's just real talk. But going forward, let me give Miag Mike his acknowledgement, and we had a question for you, so I want you to answer that too. So shout out to Miag Mike, man. Showing love to the channel. Says salute back, bro. They get you over here. Get your dollar bill. Money, yeah. Money, yeah. Appreciate it, man. All right, so the question that was posed to you, and I want you to address this, fan, as we round out your time with us, and appreciate your time. It says, question, Mr. Fantastic, does Bo have what it takes to improve at an all-star level?
Bo, nah.
Mm-hmm.
All-star, no, nowhere near, nah, not anytime soon for what I've seen. If he's given the opportunity and he needs more minutes, but I would definitely put I didn't want to you sidetrack earlier, but I would say James Wiseman is a whole lot closer to being an all-star and could have a breakout season this year with Detroit more so than Bo could.
Okay. Well, I like Bo, his intangibles. I think Bo is a poor man's Wembanyama. This last year he put up 9 and 6, which is pretty good. I mean, because Bo had some injury issues. Like, again, when you're that big, Bo 7'3", it's almost baked into the cake that you're gonna have some injury issues. He's just too big of a body. He's 7'2". It's too big of a body to kind of grind. And so he played his most games of the year. This year he played 70 games. So before that point, here's Bo's career. 2019-2010, played 7 games, averaged 5.7 points, 2.7 rebounds. In year 2021, played 32 games, started 2 of them, 2.2 points, 0.8 rebounds. Year 3, 2021, playing for Denver. Again, 14 games played, 2.4 points, 1.4 rebounds. So as we see in the first 3 years, was at 39 plus 53 games in 3 years. So injuries have been, something that has been plaguing him. Now this year in Orlando, played 70 games, which is good. Started 33 of them, put up 9.1 and 6 rebounds a game, 1.2 blocks a game. So that's pretty much the form you're going to see him in. For him to be an all-star caliber player, he got to double those numbers. And I just think the way he plays, he kind of has a wispy built body. I think that's probably what you're going to see from Bo. That's what Bo is. So from my take of that question, I don't see him being an all-star player, but I think he will be a very interesting player, very versatile.
Yeah, it's not just that too. You got to think about it, right? Who is Bo? Bo's not getting voted in over Embiid. He's not getting voted. He's definitely not even going to be a voted in player for one. He's not a household name, so people aren't going to vote him in. So let's just say the coach's pick, right? Picked over. He's not getting picked over with Bam. He's not getting picked over Julius Randle. He's not getting picked over who's another front court person in the
shit. No, I'm just
that's what I'm trying to think of in the East. Yeah, East. I'm trying to think of who the hell we forget? It's another Buddy in Indiana. He's not getting picked over him.
Miles Turner.
Yeah, Miles. He's not getting picked over Miles. Again, man, he's gonna have to outproduce those coaches vote in players, bro. And I just don't. I'm not saying he doesn't have the potential. I think he has the ceiling to do it, but he has to show that first. And this being like his last season being what it is, you're gonna consistently have to do that. You don't get that just on your breakout season unless it's just phenomenal. Unless it's like you putting up 20 and 10. I don't see him being able to do that because again, he's too front court oriented. He's not a back to the basket or a post low, down low guy. You be able to get enough rebounds to be in that conversation.
I'm with that. It's a good take. So last two questions. First was who you think gets Zion? Looks like New Orleans wants him out of there. They keep saying the Rockets may want him. Man, Zion, Lord have mercy, man. We can make a whole nother stream just by him.
Lord, bro. Hey, we can set that one up for next week or whatever, man. The Zion. Lord Jesus.
Yeah. Well, so as far as player mobility, I'll attack it first. I mean, who knows? I mean, I think it's a lot of posturing going on. I can't say if they really want to get it from under Zion. Zion, I mean, he ain't really do nothing wrong. He just got kind of put on Front Street by his business. Like, he ain't really do nothing wrong. So I don't see why that's grounds to get rid of him. Now him being injured the whole time. We just talked about Bo's dossier. He got one too, as far as injuries is concerned. So I guess I think they're floating those rumors out. Charlotte is in the rumor mill as well. I think that they're just posturing for the draft. So I can't call this too early. What you think, fam?
Yeah, man. I don't know. He definitely doesn't need to be in New Orleans, either way, shape, form, or fashion. Their rapport is off from all reports of everybody. I saw somebody saying that there is no relationship between him and the organization. And bro, all of that boudin, gumbo, jambalaya, some po' boys, bro. Food is not Zion's friend, man. And we know that place is nothing. No healthy food in New Orleans, and he keeps partaking in it. So yeah, man, get that man out of New Orleans, bro. That way he can maintain that weight, and more likely than not, you know what I'm saying, stay a little bit healthier, better. But I know there's definitely a market for him. Wherever I don't know if the Rockets would be a great fit, but and what they'd be able to get or what they have to give up to get him. But that's what I'm saying. He definitely needs. I agree. He doesn't need to be in New Orleans. However it goes for all parties involved.
He's worse in Houston. Moho.
Oh yeah. Oh, but that location. Oh no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, James Harden and who's the other? Oh, and the football guy, Deshaun Watson. Yeah, man. That Houston is the worst. Houston is them strippers. They praying. They sacrificing puppies and kittens. Please let Zion come to Houston. Yeah, no, man. You don't need to go to Houston.
A1. Hey, it's A1 uncooked dope down there in Houston, man, as far as broads is concerned, man. Like, listen, Houston is the new Atlanta. Everybody moved to Houston, bro. And I moved out of Houston, 5 or 6 years ago? Almost 6 years ago. I moved out of Houston in 2017. But that's my city. I know my city well. And if your vices are your problem, Houston ain't gonna solve it. That's just
no, sir.
That ain't good. Hey, my man's feeling me like, yo, man, Houston, hey, listen, if it's trouble to be found, you will find in Houston tripping out your doorstep. You'll fall straight in trouble. Just saying. All right, man. So, fan, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for coming on, man. Any parting words, man? I know you gotta get to business, man.
Hey, man, man. As always, man, greatly appreciate it, bro. Appreciate everybody, listening to me get up here and talk, man. It's always great to be on here, bro. And just can't wait for the next one, brother. Hey, we have to do this on my channel too, man. Set something up, the sports thing or whatnot, what have you. And we'll make sure we get you some more promo, man, and get everybody so we can mix this thing up, man. So it's even on both sides, man. We can't give you all the basketball fun, man. So we gonna bring you over and we go set this thing up when you got time, and we'll work it out.
All right, bet, man. Appreciate you, bro. All right, salute to Mr. Fantastic being part of the show. Much appreciated, man. So I'm gonna drop the link. If y'all want to come up and talk some games, let's talk some basketball. I'll let you have your voice, goddammit. All right, so yeah, so it's gonna be HJ Streams. If you Him and Mr. Fantastic scroll on the bottom. HJ Streams. Appreciate you, brother. I'll send it to you real quick. I had another cash app. Somebody cloned my shit because they was hating on your boy. Well, they put one digit different, trying to put their hand in my cookie jar, man. So I had to change it. So HJ Stream is where it's at. Let's see. Dame has given approval for Zion coming to Portland. Okay. I don't hate that. I don't hate Zion and then you got Anthony Simmons. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. The main thing I learned this year was that Jimmy Butler was a fraud all-star. I bought into the hype. It was thoroughly disappointing. Hey, listen, man, I got into a Facebook spat with a cat over Jimmy Butler, man. Listen, man, I like Jimmy Buckets, man. Jimmy Buckets is from Tomball, Texas, which is north of Houston, Texas. Listen, man, I got no hate for that young man. No hate whatsoever. But what I don't like is how Jimmy would disappear. So, and I was on the panel again, shout out to FYF, and I was saying this before the final started. I'm like, he's not a superstar. No way, no how. Way too much failure. Way too much failure. No, not a superstar. But what Jimmy Butler is a really good player who plays hard. He plays defense. He's a galvanizer of men. Respect. Jimmy Butler get nothing but my respect. But what I'm not going to do is overvalue what he is and say he's a superstar. Because why? When Jimmy Butler, and I said it before the final started, I wish Lamont was in here. Right hand to the man. I said that if he fails, if Jimmy Butler fails, there's no criticism. As we see, you got a gentleman sweep in the finals. Nobody's shitting on Jimmy Butler. And I'm not saying he deserved to be shat on. But if you're a superstar, bro, you lost the finals, homie. What's up? So that didn't happen because he's not a superstar. But when he's playing really well, he gets all the credit. And I just see it for what it is. He, in my opinion, is that same ilk of like Steven Jackson. That's what Steven Jackson was. He's a guy who had that archetype to be a star or a superstar. But when it comes to the rubber meeting the road, you can't rely on him. You can't. Just saying. Like Zen said, you damn near got swept. Nobody got no smoke for you. And I'm not saying he deserves smoke, but I'm not saying he not deserve to be called a damn superstar either. Just saying. Rap God says, I have two questions. What's your thoughts on Jello having a baby boy? Man, you know, I kind of side out a little bit because it's an older chick. But I mean, listen, man, if she make you happy and things work out, cool. I hope that situation works out. I know LaMelo got an older chick too. You just don't really see that. Like it's usually the other way. So I wonder, because the reason why I don't like that per se, older women have an agenda. They've been around the block a little bit. They've been touched up a little bit by people in the industry, and so they try to find a lick. And in my opinion, that's what your boy PJ Washington got caught up in, messing with bundle Brittany Renner, whatever you know her moniker is now. He got caught up in that shit. So now, hopefully, his baby mama don't dash on him once the baby comes out. But I mean, what I do know from the Ball family, from a firsthand experience standpoint, they have a tight family. So that family's gonna get the proper. That child will get the proper upbringing. Like the Ball family is a village, man. They live right out here in Chino Hills. I've been to the grandparents' house, Noonie and Big Bobby. That's Tina's parents. I've been to Big Yank and his wife's house. I forget his wife's name. That's LeVar's parents. I've been to their house. I see how they roll. So that kid's gonna get plenty of nourishment. It's gonna get plenty of love and support. So I mean, whatever, man. You had a kid. I mean, hopefully it works out. As far as I know, Zoe's situation with his baby mama ain't so great, but the kid is doing fine. So I mean, you know, it's cool. I don't feel no one way or another. So yeah, if you guys wanna hop on, you can. Link is in the chat. Come on and tell me what's on your heart, what's on your mind. Zen Master says, damn, they got swept. Exactly. So again, the Jimmy Butler, the hate got to match the love if you're a superstar. Kobe Bryant losing the finals. Kobe lost. Kobe lost. Nobody saying about Jimmy Butler. Oh, he playing with house money every time he succeeds, which he's been succeeding. He got to the finals twice with two teams that were greatly overmatched, to his credit. But there's no smoke if he loses because he's not a superstar. It seems that Scoot may not be number 2 pick. Teams have been more impressed with Brandon Miller because he's the only good shooter in the top 5. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I like Scoot. I like Brandon Miller. Personally, I like Scoot a little more. I mean, before the draft, man, it's just a lot of talk that goes on. It's normally not ever substantive. Now, we know everything about Victor Wembanyama is you can cash that in as gold because there's no posturing to be had. The number 1 pick has been solidified, so you're getting real opinions. Past that point, you're getting a lot of misdirection and indirection to kind of confuse people. And, you know, before the draft, you want to keep people on their toes. But, you know, it's a lock with Victor, so it's no need for posturing to go on. Let's see. Rap God says Houston produced so many basketball legends, born and raised. Absolutely. Absolutely. Clyde Drexler being one of them. Absolutely. Sounds like LeVar was right. LeVar Ball raised 2 top 3 picks. Top 2 picks. No, 3. Zoe went number 1 and LaMelo went number 3, right? I believe that's how it went. No, Zoe went number 2. Zoe went number 2 and LaMelo went number 3. Yeah, there we go. So listen, man, I'll listen to a guy who raised 2 NBA draft lottery picks over people just talking on the internet. Just saying. Shout out to Meg Mike. He says, disappearing is an understatement. Jimmy Butler honestly disappeared the last 8 games of the NBA playoffs. Why did he go off against Milwaukee? He's going to lay down the championship. Well, I think Jimmy had a 40-point game, so I can't quite say that. But Jimmy did what I expected out of him. Jimmy Butler is a fringe all-star. He's a dog. He's a overachiever, and that's what you get from those kind of guys. Some guys just have the ability, like T-Mac, Kobe, Jordan, so on and so forward, to just have greatness out of their sleep. Jimmy Butler not one of those guys. He's a workhorse guy. He's a guy who earns what he kills. And unfortunately, there's limits to that. Unfortunately. So that's my only critique on Jimmy. Some people say he's a superstar. I'm like, not even close. Because in my opinion, there's only like 6 superstars. Like people give like popularity too much of a cachet with superstar. I heard somebody say LaMelo Ball is a superstar. No, he's not. They said Zion Williamson is a superstar. No, he's not. Are they very popular players? Absolutely. They're not superstars. Superstar, the popularity and the production, those lanes gotta intersect, goddammit. You can't run them concurrent or parallel and think that they match up. No, absolutely not. Now, he was right about the woman his sons was getting. Yeah. He said, watch out for them hoes. LeVar did say that. So, good to see you, Landon Hartley. Said it was good with you, man. I'm chilling, man. Good to see you, brother. He says, the dumbest basketball opinion I heard today is that now Draymond's a better player than Evan Mobley. This ain't, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not taking Draymond over Evan Mobley, and I'm a Draymond Green fan. Always been one. But like we said at the beginning of the show, the plane is going downward. It ain't going the other way. Draymond ain't making no noise. Yeah, I agree with that. Draymond's like 32, 33. Yeah, man. The the ceiling is looking a lot further away than the floor. I think Draymond's close to the floor. I like Scoot more, but not sure if he and Melo can coexist. It's a rough draft to be a point guard. First 3 teams don't really need one. Well, I think Terry Rozier needs to get out of there. Terry Rozier is just going to be a tweener guy. Well, I hate tweeners. Him and Kemba Walker. I hate small tweener guys. To me, you're just not going to win with them because they don't know who they are. So, can't do it. Stan Miles says, I like Scoot. Oh, yeah, you said that already. I'm sorry. You know what? I like Scoot because Scoot said that he doesn't mind playing, off ball. So I think with the LaMelo Ball, you're gonna play a lot of off ball situations. So now I think they actually can coexist. Justin says usually when older women get younger men, they're looking for a leader man, not follow him. Yeah. Now it's unique because those 2 gentlemen have more money than them, more power, more status than them. But the mental game, you never really know. So that does, have a little detriment to it. And Scoot's too ball dominant that normally don't coexist with Deontay. And well, I agree with that. I don't like small backcourts, front courts, or backcourts. But LaMelo Ball is 6'7", so it kind of changed the dynamic a little bit. But as far as the Dame and CJ, absolutely. DeJounte and Trey, absolutely. Agree with that wholeheartedly, Rap God. All right, Chris, what you got, man?
Nah, man, just waiting for the draft. I don't know. Outside of Wembanyama, I don't know what this draft gonna look like.
Yeah,
I'm kind of hoping Scoop falls to the Rockets.
That's a lot of falling.
Yeah, well, I'm like, Charlotte doesn't need a point guard. Blazers don't need a point guard, so that's why I'm like, I got a little hope. I got a little hope he falls.
So let's do it then. Since you brought it up, let's go to NBADraft.net. Let's look at their.
Yeah, he predicted his number 2 pick. Is it little fall, just a little fall. Tag.
I'll go to NBADraft.net and let's do a breakdown of what we see of what they project out and what we see.
Yeah, they got us getting the twin. I can't remember which one it was.
Let me see. God damn it, man! StreamYard, man, it makes it so slow when I try to go between screens. So y'all listeners, bear with your boy. I'm trying to make it happen.
Take your time.
Golly, man.
Yeah, I think I got what's the name? A man, something like that. The twin.
Oh, let me see. Shit, I'm stuck in between screens, and we're gonna get caught up. All right, so can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, bet.
They got Brandon Miller 2.
Yeah, Amin Thompson.
Scoot at 3.
I guess if you can
Amin Thompson, yeah. Yeah, just one pick. Just one pick fall. That's all.
So you would like him?
So we need a point guard.
Go ahead, Chris.
We need a point guard.
Yeah, I like Jalen Green for you guys, man. I think he's gonna be a guy.
Yeah, he'll solid too.
Yeah, he'll too though. I don't like him overhandling the ball. So yeah, I'm with you on that. If y'all guys get Scoot Henderson, I think that would be a great addition to y'all. And you know what? It may play out your way. If Portland, unless Portland has aspiration to get rid of Dame, then that messes everything up. Because Scoot is a perfect, he's a perfect that situation to be.
Yeah, we need a point guard because we have not had the best luck at the lotto. We already know San Antonio's gonna get Wembanyama. That's
set in stone.
Yeah, Tim Duncan. They already got Tim Duncan talking about he's gonna trade him.
Good for them. Listen, man, I don't want his pick to get wasted, man. So I think he's in good hands in San Antonio. I love that, actually, me personally.
Mm-hmm. Pop, oh yeah, Pop. He's gonna stay in Pop's career a little bit.
Yeah. Well, in Pop, like this is last year or some shit like that.
Yeah, but Wembanyama's he in good hands with Pop and Tim Duncan. Dave Robinson ain't too far. He over there in San Antonio too, so he in good hands.
I forgot about Dave Robinson.
And San Antonio board. I like San Antonio, but it's a bored ass city to leave. So he just play ball.
Yeah.
Ain't no distractions in San Antonio. Cliff, you know?
Yeah, man, StreamYard been tripping lately, man.
God damn.
Bullshit.
Am I hosting?
Yeah.
Am I hosting the show?
Time to step up, Chris. God
I
damn
was
it.
about to, huh?
I said, time to step up.
I was about to say, okay, put me here, coach.
Check this real quick though. So shout out TB, man. I ain't seen in a while, man. He said I missed the ball verse. It literally disappeared. Yeah, man. Listen, man. When all the boys got hurt, ain't nothing to talk about. So, and Rap God is not lying. The ball verse is basically LaMelo versus everybody else. And that's why I made the distinction a long time ago. I'm not a ball channel. I cover the boys when they do something worth covering. I'm a big fan of the family, big fan of LeVar, but
Same here.
yeah, I'm not gonna make up shit out of the clear blue sky though to talk about. Because
Fragile as hell.
Well,
They fragile, especially not Jello,
Lonzo,
LaMelo, not LaMelo, Lonzo.
they all get hurt.
Yeah, fragile. It's like they'll be playing good, they get hurt.
I wonder why that is, man. Because I'm a fan again of the family, of all the kids. I just wonder why they get hurt so frequently, man. That's crazy because they try to blame it on the big baller brand shoes, which seem that's been proven to be bullshit. But
yeah, well, LaMelo wear Puma, so you can't put that on big baller brand.
Jello wear Nikes for the most part. I mean,
yeah, it is.
Can't call it, man.
And I hope they get over that because they got good careers.
Let's say Pop's doing sobs as we speak. So let's get back to we talking about with the draft though. Okay, I missed a lot of these comments. Appreciate y'all sticking in there. So I am athlete calling Phoenix a super team. You agree? Yeah.
Offensively, yeah.
I think the parts match very awkwardly, but you tell me you got DeAndre Ayton, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Booker. I would say it's a super team. Probably not
Okay, you got Ayton in center. What Durant gonna be power forward or something?
I can say I don't love that. I said that earlier.
Bradley, okay, Bill. I guess Devin Booker's gonna be small forward. This is.
Yeah, Booker has to be small forward because he's bigger than Bradley Beal.
Yeah, Bill my height. He ain't playing.
He about 6'3".
3. Yeah.
Again, it's a poor man super team. Like it won't go down in history as like the best super team ever constructed by any stretch of imagination. But I guess
the good news is they got a whole training camp to jail and a whole 82-game season to jail.
The who?
They got I said the good news is they got a whole training camp and a whole 82-game season.
Oh, the jail. Yeah, continuity. And that's why I said why I wasn't surprised that they lost on the front end because we didn't know. We didn't know because they had no time to jail. To your point, they had no time to establish continuity. So they only played 10 games together. The big three: Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, and Booker. So you can't force continuity. It's not how it works.
Where do you think Chris Paul goes?
To LA. Now, what team in LA? Remains to be seen.
Lakers.
I think it's Clippers. But I wouldn't be surprised.
You think you want to go back to that?
Well, I mean, Doc Rivers not there no more, so it's a different situation. You got better talent around you. It's not like gimmick ass Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. You actually got guys like Kawhi and Paul George that can actually hoop. Not guys.
When they on the floor.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
When they on the floor, yes, you are absolutely right.
That's true too.
But this Kawhi, especially Kawhi, we talking about, we don't know when he gonna be.
I would not argue there.
The man is 30 years old and no manager.
I would not argue that whatsoever. So, yeah, those things remain to be seen. So, get some more of those comments. Rockets putting out so many narratives now. They seem to think the Rockets are high on Amin Thompson.
What's the other option we got?
Yeah.
I mean,
go for y'all.
Unless Scoop fall one, I mean, what's the other option?
Yeah.
This ain't them. This ain't the Dwayne. There's no Dwayne Wade in this draft that we could. If he fall, we good. There's no Chris Bosh. I'm like, okay, we good. No,
Agreed.
we got projects.
And that's kind of the whole game now, man. Everybody's a project, man. It's crazy. This new era of basketball, man. And we talked about a little earlier, me and Fantastic, about how the AAU culture kind of cultivates these guys, and the better guys, damn near from overseas. The better guys, the for sure guys, you know what you're gonna get out of them? The overseas guys.
Yeah, they play pro early.
Bingo. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different story when you're a teenager playing against grown ass men.
Absolutely.
You turn to growth faster.
Absolutely. And these guys are coming out of good leagues. Besides Giannis, Giannis came out of the second division in the Greek league, which was I mean, it's pretty competitive, but comparatively speaking, with cultivated NBA talent, not so much, but Giannis panned out. But other guys played like ACB League, which is in Spain. Top league, one of the best leagues overseas. And those guys come to the NBA and they do well. Luka Doncic, Serge Ibaka, Kristaps Porzingis, so on and so forth. Ricky Rubio, when you play in that league and succeed, you generally come to the NBA and succeed too. Just saying.
So you started 16. That's 3 years pro because you can't come into 19. That's a big advantage. While other players they play at high schoolers and they're 1 year college.
Big facts. Big facts. You got no argument out of me whatsoever. Leonard Hardy said, I got questions about Wemby. What kind of question you got, bro? I got questions about his strength and his health. Other than that, I ain't got no question about that.
Them strength and condition coach, they'll get to him. They help him in that regard. Put a little meat on his bones. He'll put a little meat on his bones too.
Yeah.
Get some of that San Antonio, that Texas food in them. Oh yeah.
Get some tamales. I want enchiladas. I got myself hungry. Shit. Zen says if Portland gets Scoot, Anthony might be gone quick. Yeah, I would take Scoot over Anthony. But maybe they can figure that out. Okay. All right. Get your comments. I hear Portland likes Amin. They even came to see him work out. How tall is Amin?
About 6'6". 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, that could work. Because Portland has that affinity making small backcourts, man. And 6'3" and 6'7" will work. That'll work. They got some big old gaps. Shout out to Charles Barkley. Big old
Charles Barkley.
Man, I watched a compilation made about 5-6 years ago with just Charles Barkley talking about people, women in San Antonio. Man, I was in tears, dog. Man, Charles Barkley.
Yeah, Wembanyama,
the national player whisperer. Yeah. And listen, man, shout out to Malik Rose, man. Every time he come on channel, he always bloviates about your boy Manu Ginobili, how special he was. And Pop brought the best out of him. Pop used to let Manu do things that other people couldn't do because he could do it. And by that I mean his help side stuff. He would let Manu go from sideline to sideline defending when everybody else was principle driven, like you stay your ass in your half of the court. He would let Manu do it because Manu closeout speed was so good that he could come over and help in the corner and go back to his side before the ball got there. Now, he probably got burned a time or two, but in Malik's words were like 8 times out of 10, he would get back there. So he was like, Manu was the only one who could do that. Everybody else, you stay your ass in your in your area, goddamn it. So yeah, no, he's really good at unlocking international players. So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, Pop and RC Buford, they did a great job when it comes to scouting.
Pops, oh yeah. Him and RC Buford, man, they've been doing that for years, man. They actually got Luis Scola when the Rockets ended up getting him, but the Spurs drafted him. And Scola turned out to be an instant success for the Rockets. If you remember things in context, was it like 2010 or some shit like that?
Yeah, Scola, he was nice.
He gave an instant like 15-10 when the Rockets needed that position filled. That power forward, that's when they're trying the Chuck Hayes experiment. And it's like, no, Chuck Hayes sucks. So that's when he's coming off the Yao Ming. I say we because I was a Rocket fan at the time. Yeah, because Yao Ming was not dependable anymore, and They also brought in David Anderson. You remember him from Australia? 7-footer, can shoot the three.
Bought in who?
David Anderson.
Oh yeah, I remember David Anderson.
The three ball and shit. So yeah, that was a big transition. And Scola was just the one that worked out the best. So it's been a Wiz fan in NPC as a fan.
Sucks being a Wizards fan.
Yeah, it does, bro. Because y'all got some dark days ahead. Yeah.
That organization just ran horrible.
That whole city is run horrible, in my opinion. I've been in DC probably about a good 10 times.
And like I say all the time, I don't care how good a player you are. If the organization is ran horrible, you ain't winning jack.
That's facts. That's
you
facts.
are not winning.
That's facts. Josh Okigi is the son starting small forward. Shit, he ain't starting if Bradley Beal trade go through, as they said. He ain't starting no more. That's for damn sure. Let's see, those MAGA owners in Houston are running superstars out the city. I don't think Fertitta. No, he's a progressive guy. No, that's not true, brother.
Tell me not.
That's not true. Now, if you want to say
Mr. U of H.
Yeah, if you want to say the Texans, then all right, you got a case there. Me personally, I ain't got no problem with MAGA, but I mean, I'm apolitical anyway. I don't.
Tito is Mr. U of H.
Yeah, like Dan Fertitta came in.
Tito got a bag every time.
Yeah, Fertitta won the fans over real quick. Like he came and put that money in U of H and talking about he gonna change how Leslie Alexander was doing. No, he came and won that shit over real quick. No, that's not the case at all. From what I've heard, they already made an eating plan for Wembanyama. Yeah, they need to beef him up quick as possible, immediately. A lot of good
some barbecue.
Huh?
Some take him shopping over HEB, get him some good food.
Hey, man. Don't take to I mean, you know, they got Texas.
He's 19. He gonna run it all off.
Yeah, man, get bust some enchiladas, some fajitas, and all that good stuff, man. Hey, man, there ain't no shortage of Tex-Mex food out there in San Antonio. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
Take him on the Riverwalk, man. Just stuff them. I say a lot of good coaches come from the pop tree. Absolutely, Budenholzer being one, Mike Brown being one. Absolutely, good call out. And then, you know what? Quiet as kept. I think your boy, he got fired from Charlotte last year. James Borrego. I think he's gonna be a good coach when it's all said and done.
Say it again.
James Borrego. I think he's going to be a good coach when it's all said and done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, the Warriors bandwagon will be over next 2 years. I mean, bro. I guess y'all got to again decide who y'all want to be. Y'all want to ride the old man thing out the Expendables way, or you gonna go young? Y'all got to figure out what y'all gonna do. You can't just.
I still don't know where all these Warriors fans came from.
Well, he's actually from Oakland. E Black is from Oakland.
Well, let me phrase it. Outside of Oakland, that the ones from Oakland, they was Warriors fans and they was sorry. That's how long they've been fans.
Yeah.
All these Warriors fans not from Oakland. I'm like, where y'all come from?
I'm with you on that. But I will vouch for E Black is a Oakland guy, so he get a pass.
Yeah, I let them slide. Oakland, they from the Bay. I'm like, oh, they Warriors fans.
Yeah. And Bay Area fans go hard. I went to Oakland for about 6 days, man. They that's another planet, dog. 2016, man. People from the Bay are different. They're a different breed, man. They are a different breed.
Organizations win championships.
Great quote from Jerry Krause, the great Jerry Krause.
Mm-hmm.
How the Wizards tanking off season. Shit.
They won tanking last year?
I think I don't think they've been tanking. They've just been losing.
Oh, yeah, they just been horrible.
They brought in Westbrook. I'm like, oh my God, what are y'all doing? What the hell? Well, they're trying to get
exciting.
I get that. You trying to give him under John Wall. You trying to hope that Westbrook is a flash of pan or lightning in the pan. Didn't happen. I mean, not we all, but I saw that happen. I'm like, no. Everyone
Russ was
no.
He was exciting. Got some playoffs.
He wasn't exciting to me when he played for the Lakers. I said this off rip. I was like, no.
Didn't fit.
No.
He just didn't. He didn't fit. That's just
Let's see.
his style of play is something that it didn't fit the Lakers.
Yeah.
It fit the Clippers better, but not the Lakers.
Not for winning. He don't fit nobody's style. Russell Westbrook is a solo act, bro. He gonna die a solo act. He would not win shit because he can't shoot. He can't play defense. His basketball IQ is low. He has bad hands. No. Sorry. Suns no defense. Bill can't guard a cone. Booker, man. KD has okay defense if he tries. Yeah, I mean, I question that too. I question that.
Bill can guard a cone. Was that Patrick Beverly account? Was Patrick Beverly on that account?
You said who?
Patrick Beverly.
What about him?
So I can't guard a cone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds like D'Angelo Russell. Can't guard a cone. So, TB
You
said,
finally got MJ to sell the team.
I hope y'all crabs happy now. Yeah, I think some people, man, and I said that in my video I put out yesterday because I broke the code. Well, the video did well, almost 2K views. I was just saying, like, it just sucks that we no longer have a black-owned NBA team anymore. I know he's not been doing a great job overall, so I get it. But, it sucks that we don't have a black owner anymore.
I wouldn't say like people talk about Krabs, it's just that he was not good. People, when they come to Jordan, they hold on to what he was as a player that they can't overlook. He was a good executive. And that's okay. I mean, outside of who, Jerry West, how many players you seen been great players and executives? Outside of Jerry West.
Maybe you could say Larry Bird. Larry Bird was a pretty decent coach.
He quit. Like,
yeah,
he was good, but he's like, man, I can't take this shit. I'm done.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Larry Bird for a couple years, he's like, I'm done. I can't take these young emails.
Yeah, because Isaiah Thomas sucked. Well, he didn't suck that bad, but he sucked.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson sucked.
Magic quit too.
I guess you want to say that Bill Russell, being a player coach, was successful. I guess if you want to roll with that.
But he was still playing at the time too, so.
Right, that's just being a player coach.
Yeah, Red Auerbach put a gold mine in front of like, shoot, here you go.
Yeah. So I guess we can count that. But other than that, like a great player who was
Magic is too rich to be. Listen, you tell him as soon as they get mad at Magic, like I'm done. I'm gone. I'm too rich for this shit. No. I ain't gotta do this.
It's beneath him though. Magic
Johnson, yeah.
Executive guy. He's
Magic ain't gonna be in the office 24/6.
No. He's too good for that.
Magic
good for that.
wanted the job. He ain't like, well, I need this. No.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's why Magic's like, man, shit, me and Cookie about to take a trip. I gotta take this. I don't need this shit.
He's too good for that. And Magic, like, he don't have to pound the pavement. Like some guys who really are who do well, they obsess over the job. Every day you just maniacal about being better with the team. Magic, like, hey man, shit, I'll be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, man. Y'all do what y'all do, man.
He said, Palenka, you want my job? You can have it.
Yeah, I sign off on some shit, man. That's cool. That's Magic though, because I mean, listen, man. It's called being, some people are holistic and some people are, what's the goddamn word? Well, you need every little meticulous thing checked in. Analytical. Some people are very analytical, and that's not Magic. He's holistic. He's like, yo.
Yeah, Magic was gonna be best in free agency.
Yeah. I'm gonna come.
Magic visit people how. First of all, if Magic Johnson knock on your door, you're not going. You gonna open it. And at least listen to what he got to say.
Yeah, and so he knew what he was good at. That's his strength of people in a personal relationship building. Not X's and O's like, man, I pay people to do that shit.
But I think what it also was that when they kept telling him, like he was talking to Ben Simmons, like, no, that's a violation. And they kept
Yeah.
hitting. Like, man, nah. If that,
I can't talk to people like, what's up? This is
yeah,
what I
I
do.
can.
I talk to people.
Because
Yeah,
imagine the type of dude like I give him advice. Like, nah, but he on another team. That's a violation. So
that's
maybe
spot on. Spot on. So, question from Rap God says, does Charlotte improve under the new ownership? I mean, shit, you can't go nowhere but up.
yeah, I mean, yeah, Jordan is gonna be a great face of the Hornets. Minority, where he ain't got to make no decisions. You know, he could just show up. You put him on all the media stuff. Put that little jump man on the. Yeah, he'd be a great face. But the main guy said,
Yeah.
no, let
Like I
somebody
said,
else run the team.
you can't go nowhere but up. So, shit. I'm gonna say
Let
yes.
somebody else run the team, and you just cash the checks.
There you go.
You just get your cut.
Be okay being the face. It's all good. Just had Wemby hang out with Zion for a minute. Mine's the thoughts. Well,
No,
those things come together.
no. But since that person just mentioned that Zion, I don't know. He got too much time on his hands. That's the problem.
Yeah.
This is what happens when NBA player got too much money and too much time on their hands. Like,
Nobody telling you shit. Nobody can tell you. Because listen, man, it's hard, man. I can think about when I was 23 years old, 22. My mind was all over the place. And I played, I was 24 when I played pro ball overseas. And I wasn't wild like Zion, but I was wilding. Yeah. So if
yeah, now put 20 million a year in your hands.
right. Can't nobody tell me
And
shit.
injured, so he got a lot of time
Yep. Because
messing with.
the age of a 24, 25-year-old, 23-year-old man, you think you're a man. You think you got the life figured out at that point. And if you have influence, you have finances to support that, who the fuck tell you anything? Because people who telling you something make way less money than you.
Yeah, the average 22-year-old is not ready
Hell no.
mentally to hold that kind of cash in their hand.
Right.
Unless they come from cash. Now, they come from a different story. But if you're the first generation money in your family,
you're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna lose your goddamn mind. E-Black says, listen, man.
Like,
it is what
Derek
it is, man.
Jeter, I'm about to say Derek Jeter's like one of the only ones.
Yeah, who played the right way, played the bachelor.
Yeah, he should have wrote a book.
Yeah.
He should have wrote a book for athletes.
A masterclass on how to maintain your hoes and your money. And then when you retire, go and settle down and then ride to a sunset. Perfect story.
What happens to Kyrie? It's been real quiet with teams.
The market is
good question.
The market is chill on him. Kyrie has talked himself. I mean, listen, man, I have no problem with a brother having a forward-thinking mind and you think for yourself and all that. But you gotta know what comes with that. Being ostracized, that comes with that. And that's where you're at with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, that's not the only problem. It's also he tends to take off when he wants to and stuff like that. I'm like, you don't think owners thinking, do I really want to give this guy $200 million knowing he might take some days off because he feel like it?
That's exactly what I'm talking about still, though. Because he says that, oh, well, sports not that important. You know, man, I shouldn't be getting paid what I'm getting paid for this. Like, he talk out of both sides of his mouth.
Yeah, he said it's not important, but I want that $200 million.
Exactly.
And y'all
again, that's about thinking. That's cool. But there's consequences, like you said. Somebody gonna sit back and say, like, well, what are you really trying to say? And am I gonna invest X amount of dollars in you when you just kind of just be talking? You know what I'm saying? So that's more or less my point. All right, his comments, they come in rapid fire. Let's see. Wemby will gain weight automatically just by being. I hope so. Hey, go give him one of them big old women out there. He'd be all right. If Coach Joe hear you say that JB is going to be a great coach, man, listen, man, shout out to Coach Joe.
What is Wemby on, like 7'5" or something like that? 7'4".
Yeah.
He need a tall woman.
Listen, man. Me and Coach Joe got into it about what's a good coach and whatnot. Coach Joe, I mean, maybe 2 years ago, he said that Greg Popovich was a good coach, which I don't agree with that. Like, Greg Popovich is the standard with good coaches. My coach I had in college, Danny Casper, before some racist implications came upon him. One of the best coaches I've ever had in my life. That dude knew the game, hands in, hands out. He's off the Greg Popovich tree. So I mean, Coach Joe gave his opinion. That's cool. But
You talking about it? Texas A&M and Prairie. I'm sorry. Prairie A&M University.
Who that? You said who?
You talking about it? Texas A&M and Prairie View?
No. I went to Stephen
Prairie View A&M University. I apologize.
I went to Stephen F. Austin my freshman year.
I'm sorry. I just had to throw that in.
Nah.
TSU.
TSU. Oh, fuck you.
I'm sorry. I had to throw that in. I couldn't resist.
The joke hit me late. No, this is at Stephen F. Austin. See over here, I got my lumberjacks over here. My pennant.
Yeah, I'm on Stephen F.
Yeah, I went to SFA. That's my first school. They about to change the name to University of Texas at Nacogdoches, I believe. They joined the University of Texas system.
Yeah, that UT money.
Yeah, I ain't mad at them. Shit, get that bread. So okay, yeah. So I mean, Coach Joe gave his opinion. That's cool with him. I just don't agree with it. Larry Bird was a good one, absolutely. Pat Bev going to be a head coach. Oof. I don't know if I see that happening.
He's gonna cuss somebody out in 5 minutes.
I don't know if I can see that happening. Let's see. Danny Ainge, yes, Danny Ainge, and a good executive as well. Foreign guy in Sacramento. You talking about Vlade Divac? All right, I don't know. Yeah, he's presiding over the Kings right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job. They turned around.
I'll take that one. That's a good one. Larry Bird, Lenny Wilkins. Yeah, Lenny Wilkins, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, Lenny Wilkins was a great coach.
Yep. All right. I got you. All right, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all hold it down, man. See, listen, man. It's all about good hoop discussion at a high level. We're not here talking about crazy shit, cussing people out.
Said Pat Riley. Pat Riley was a role player.
Great player, though. Yeah, he was a great player. Executive Jerry West. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Ian. Absolutely.
Yeah, he was great at Kentucky, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Got dunked on by my boy from Worthing, David Lattin.
Oh, yeah, David Lattin. That most athletic as hell, boy.
From Sunnyside.
Played at UTEP at the time, Texas Western. David Lattin. Vlade trash him. How you say that, man? Sacramento has a really good team.
And they ain't been good in a while.
Who?
It's been a while. I think blackmail videos are legal.
Really good right now.
One of Zion chicks could get.
Yeah, I hope Zion. I hope he sues the pants off that chick if she's trying to do revenge porn to get at him, because she been going solid like week and a half tweeting just crazy irrational stuff about this dude.
Zion tried to be a porn star, bro. Just
I ain't gonna lie, she trash too.
Mariah Mills.
She's trash. I look at her performance for research purposes. Trash.
Research purposes.
Yeah, I had to research, make sure I know what I was talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Trash. And her body that she has now, like, cause she's fluffed her body up more since her adult.
But this is the
that woman look trash.
This is what happens. A, he got a lot of money. 2, he got times. And 3, Instagram. I guarantee you it was Instagram. He was like, let me hit that DM. Yeah. Try to shoot a shot. Because this ain't like back in the day. They have the gram back in the day. Shoot. Now it's like, let me get that gram. Let me send that money for the flight. Come on down to New Orleans. I'm like, you think I'm...
Listen, I ain't mad at him. He got the bread to do it, but bro, like, you gotta be discreet, man. Like, you
but paying $100,000 a month, bro. I'm like,
I'm sure
that's why she mad. By the way, that's why she mad. Let's be honest.
That check drying up.
Yeah, $100,000 check. Oh, yeah. She's scared that check about to go.
Bro.
He put his daddy in a compromising position. Like, I love my son. I'm like,
yeah. Listen, on no level, I'm sorry. Porn stars to be taken serious. Like you choose the life you chose, no problem. Do what you do, but don't think in normal society that you get any leeway. You don't. No, you have sex for money. Stay in your lane. Like you said, who getting J. Cole on board? Charles probably more to do as a marketing go. Yeah,
that's the free marketing.
Yeah, like I say, it would be more or less like how Drake is to the Raptors.
The Raptors.
That's a great move. That's a great move. So I'd rather oh goddamn.
Errol Spence.
You know, Errol Spence got in that car wreck like 3 years ago. He almost died.
Oh,
dude, right here now. TV said, remember MJ now want Tony Kukoc for the Oakley trade. Early sign. That's fair. 100K a month is wild. Yeah, man. But if you got it like that, you got it like that. But I mean, listen, I'm not going to dispute nobody who said that. That's wild. I ain't going to dispute you on that. The boys got Kyrie. Who got Kyrie? Wimby got Leslie. Hey, man.
Oh, Lord. I don't think Lisa.
That bitch desperate for fame. Oh, absolutely. Research purpose. Yeah, man. I gotta make sure I know what I'm talking about. Now I gotta research. Zion smashing chicks. I wouldn't even hear. Hey, I honestly would not touch my Mariah Mills.
Jada
Fine. We get down to the depths of the depths. 100K a month. I'm banging. Malik, I don't know who that is. I might need to research that.
Zion's stepdad sound like a preacher.
I missed it, man. I missed it. I gotta go back to let me see. Zion Williams.
He put his stepdad in a bad spot.
Let me see.
Believe half what you see and none what you hear. And I'm just looking like.
Let me see. Okay, 49 seconds. All right, we can run this one. We can run this one. Let's see what they say.
Post stepdaddy.
Here we go.
What he has done, what he's represented. And I want to say this, and I want to be politically correct when I say it. As my son, and I love him. You know, when I was a child, I walked like a child, talked like a child, did childish things. But when I became a man, when I understood, then God blessed me. So all I'm going to say this morning, believe half of what you see and nothing here. That's all I'm going to say.
Good try, bro.
Oh, Lord. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
Hey, that Southern Baptist shit ain't gonna get it, dog.
That's that South Carolina. Sure.
Oh yeah, he been absolutely. Hey, and we talked about that. Yep. Hey,
I say you about a month too late.
Hey, we talked about championships and role players. And role players and getting the bag is the same thing. Your camp, everybody got to need to play their role.
He should have put that out last month. Not too late.
That's funny. Yeah.
Too many receipts that came out now.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, all he's doing is being a young man sowing his oats. I mean, at the end of the day, I think most can peep game. It's just.
But I guarantee behind the doors, son, what are you doing?
Of course he is. Like my old coach used to say, man, and rest in peace of Coach Smith, man. Like, boy, you must be some kind of sex freak. High school coaches. He called you. Well, you must be a sex freak. And I mean, listen, man. The man sold his hopes.
At least for LeVar said it ahead of time. Like, my son probably not gonna meet some stable women. They probably gonna meet some old. So when it happened, like, okay, LeVar was right. He's like, he ain't trying to say, well, my son gonna meet some wholesome women. No.
They're gonna meet some women.
Like, his sons did not have the benefit of being in college, meeting this woman in college like LeVar did.
Right.
Nah.
Agreed.
Tino, he was a lucky one. His son, 19, with a couple million in the bank, and
yeah, I mean, and listen, man, he met Tina when he ain't had much going. I mean, he had his money from playing pro, a practice squad player, and that's apparently how they bought their house in Chino Hills. I've been to that house, the first house. It's a nice house, especially by California standards. It's a nice house. It's a 2-story house. They got a pool in the backyard. They got an outdoor court, balcony to overlook all that stuff. It's a nice house. His brother,
the one that was on the show.
Yeah, the ones on the show. His brother lives there now. His brother, he has a daughter that hoops, so his brother lives there now. But
I think Jello lived next door.
No. So that's the first house. That's like when they first got on, like 2017, that they're showing the house.
Oh yeah,
that's the house I'm talking about. Now the one they live in now, the mansion, is like an estate. Yeah, Jello.
Hell.
So when I went there, this 2021, Jello's house has been built on that same estate. Like it's like a multitude of houses.
Smart move.
He was saying he wants Melo and Zoe to all have houses on that estate, and they have a big plot. They have a huge plot.
I think that's smart.
Oh man, it's in a very affluent neighborhood. It's gated to get in. Very nice, and you look at the neighbors, all got big houses. His is the biggest one though of all those other people. So man, listen, man, LeVar Ball get my ultimate respect, man. He living it the right way. So people can say all they want about he ain't got his son's doing this and that. No, he got his own shit popping, and he got a vision for his family. So can't nobody say nothing bad about LeVar in that capacity. Now, if he say some wild shit and it just don't make sense, all right, cool, we can talk about it. But as far as what he's doing for his boys, can't nobody tell me shit about LeVar and that.
He say some wild stuff, but Melo and Zaya got no game off the court. Both wife and husband. Melo ain't got nobody pregnant though yet.
Yeah, as far as we know, Melo is not. He ain't take an L in that capacity. So
yeah, so
there you go. TB Zion game hoops. You were
a lot of NBA players ain't got no game.
You said it was at the compound too? Absolutely, I was there. Yeah, and also his 2 warehouses. LeVar has 2 warehouses. He has one of which I don't know if he's gonna put it out there yet, but he does tires. He's gonna make it like triple B tires and rims. I saw the plant where he does that, and then the other one's the warehouse where they store all the triple B merchandise. Nice, both nice, very nice facilities. So yeah, I saw they whole shit. And I'm gonna put a video out one day when I still got this shit in my phone, and I'm gonna just give y'all my tour of the Triple B estate. It's really nice, man. Their house is really nice. And I was there with Ballfax, and Ballfax, I know he's still super plugged in with the family. Me, I run a more generic, just basketball, and again, I got a lot of love and support that I do for those fellas. So that's kind of how I rock. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So if you stay tuned, TB, I appreciate your request. Well, your question. So I'm actually gonna put that out there one day. I'm gonna just make that video. I'm gonna narrate it because I have so here's my camera. Here's my Canon camera right here. I bought it just for that interview with LeVar, but somewhere in between the warehouse tour and when I actually sat down with LeVar for 30 minutes, the freaking audio wasn't working. And so I did like a video where I was talking about what we were talking about. So if you go through my channel about 2 years back, almost to this time, 2 years back, you'll see me narrating it. You'll still see me narrating it, and it just sucks I didn't get that audio, man. I had an interview with Tina and an interview with Big Bobby. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, I know I ain't cap. I always like to prove my points. You know how YouTube go, man. It's a YouTube can be a very goofy place. YouTube can be a very goofy place. Ball facts, repping hard. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, man, and I know some people don't like ball facts for his approach, his style. I like ball facts, man. And meeting him, I gotta see he's a genuine guy. So he can't do no wrong in my eyes. And I came in, when I came to YouTube game, I was cool really quick with some prominent ball centric YouTubers. And I didn't know about ball facts just yet, but getting to know him, man, he cool, man. Ball facts cool, and he stay in his own lane. He don't care what nobody say. And one thing I learned, goddammit, from YouTubing is stay in your lane and don't worry about nobody else say about what you do, because people will try to tell you what to do. And I'm 39 years old. I'm a grown ass goddamn man. And one thing nobody gonna do is tell me what the hell I can say and do. Believe that. Let me get my battery. Y'all stay tight. I'm gonna get my battery real quick, and I'm gonna show y'all some of my old footage on my camera. I'm sure it'll probably let me do it on here. Give me one moment. Y'all stay plugged in. Y'all stay plugged in. Huh? My other battery, All right, y'all. All right. Still trying to find this. I got 2 camera batteries. Uh-oh. Found it. Damn. There we go. All right, let me put this battery in. I'm gonna show y'all some shit. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, Zen, you know what time it is, man. Listen, man. One thing about doing YouTube, man, you just see how little factions get formed, and it's up to you to decide who and what you are doing this shit. And I learned real early, I'm not one of them, I don't like you because my homeboy don't like you kind of guys. Nope. Can't do it. Can't do it. You stand on your own too. You speak what you about. You do what you about. And man, listen, man, because you're a person with a real ass life outside this shit. Well, you should be one. Some people, not so much. All right. Charge that bad boy up. All right, let me see if I can find that old ball footage on there. So give me one moment. We gotta go back a little bit. This camera work good, man. I just don't know how to import it. Man, somebody got some camera skills. Let me know. I don't know how to take this stuff off this camera and put it on my computer. God damn, this shit's confused as hell. All right, we got some stuff in the NFL draft from last year. Going back. Super Bowl from last year in LA. Damn, I gotta put this stuff out, man. I just got this sitting on this footage. Okay, from the Manosphere meetup. Damn, I got shit from there. I got a whole bunch on this camera. Got a whole bunch. All right, so we got Minister Jap up there. Theo Woff. Bernard Riley, Little Big Nate, Sir Tice. Golly, I ain't know I had all this on here. All right, I'm getting there. Yeah, I'm getting there. Bear with your boy. I'm getting there. Man, it's literally like the first videos on my thing. All right, got some San Diego action. All right, we close. We're close. We're close. I wish I gave you an option. You could just go straight to the beginning of your camera. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, then. Appreciate y'all. Y'all staying locked in. Appreciate it. Doop, 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 doop. All right, here we go. Big Baller Brand footage. Can I turn the volume up? I don't know. Let's see if y'all can see what's going on. See if y'all can see what's going on. So, see, I got footage with LeVar. He's showing off one of his rooms. I think he called it the $10,000 table, $10,000 room or something like that. So that's me and Ball Facts right there. And there, so he's showing us the room, showing us all the little intricate parts of the room. Let's see. Let's see. So that's LeVar showing us the outward part of the estate. Ball Facts again in the frame. So you see what's going on out there, man. Nothing but space and opportunity. Living nice out there in Chino Hills. You see, that's LeVar. See if we can find one more little scene. He man, I gotta say, LeVar Ball is a funny ass dude. So that's him with his little executive space where he be talking at. Y'all see that? So when he do his interviews, it's the room he's always in. So he's just talking this shit like he always do. Let me see if I can find one more because I had like some stuff with Tina. And all this whole time, my doggone audio not working. I'm just like, God damn it. All right, so that's some footage with Tina. I haven't released it yet, but I'm going to release it. So Tina's talking, doing her thing. You know, for a person who had a stroke, man, she's very perceptive, very good at understanding things. She just can't verbally say it how she wants to most times. But yeah, very, very funny personality. What I surmise from getting to talk to her. And lastly, this is me and LeVar sit down. That has no audio. No audio, bro. Look at your boy, man. Your boy Hoop there. Chopping game with LeVar. We just talking about life, talking about family, talking about this, that, and third. No audio, bro. So yeah, that was a good old lesson in being prepared from an amateur cameraman standpoint. So that sucks, but I mean, everything in life gives you a lesson. So you know, it's one of them things. So, all right, I'm gonna drop the link again, man. If anybody else want to come up here and chop some game, I'm off today. I got time. If you want to come and talk, that's cool. If not, then we will part ways and we will meet again in a few days. But I got to say, overall, man, the NBA is doing a pretty good job of being interesting. They are dropping these storylines that actually have value as far as listen, man, as much as I don't think the Bradley Beal situation gonna move the needle for Phoenix like that, it's still a good story. It makes me care. I care about what the Phoenix Suns are doing now. Now, Kevin Durant's my favorite player. Phoenix Suns, very far from being a team I have affinity for. But now I care about what the Phoenix Suns are doing. At the end of the day, that's what the NBA is comprised of. I want to see if anybody can dethrone the Denver Nuggets. I think Denver Nuggets play a very good brand of basketball. I want to see what the Celtics do. The Celtics have something good to still roll with. They're going to figure out who the alpha is out of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Me personally, Jason Tatum should be the alpha. He's the better player. Another storyline, Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler. Now, I don't want to say he's a fake all-star like the brother said earlier, but I think he's a fake superstar. So what does the Miami Heat do to show up the talent that is required? I like the Bam for Joel Embiid thing. If Joel Embiid can play with a better player, well, a better culture, let me say that, because I don't think Jimmy Butler is better than James Harden per se. But I think the culture that Miami carries may be more conducive to Joel Embiid's skill set. Justin Singleton says, if CP3 goes to the Lakers, I think it's a slap in the face. Originally veto. Yeah. I definitely thought about that. But I also think it may be a redemption in that capacity. Like, okay, I had my chance to go to LA. It didn't work out the first time. So then I got another chance. So I don't take that off the table as a school of thought. Let me put it that way. He's going back to Clippers. Yeah, I think so too. I think he's going to Clippers. The Clippers make the most sense as far as the talent and the need level, because as we know, the Clippers don't really have a point guard. So you got an instant point guard that's going to fit with Paul George's and Kawhi's game. It balances that team out greatly. Now, how much he can stay uninjured, we can't call it. But I do know that fits that scheme and that need from that team level perfectly. That's what I will say. So, all right, well, so if we are at, the end of the commentary, no problem. We've been going over 2 hours, so I'm going to get the rest of my day going. Thank y'all so much for being part of the experience. That is Hoop Jargon. Y'all hit the like button on the way out if you're not done so. Subscribe if you're new. I'll probably go live tomorrow. So, matter of fact, in the comment section, y'all tell me what subject you want me to cover, and we'll do that, and we'll get it popping, man. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the stream. Chris says my Wi-Fi cut off, and I mean, it happens, bro. It happens. It's all good. So, again, I want to thank y'all. I'll see you on the next stream.